Going live in 3, 2, 1, and we are back with another episode of No Jumper News. It is Monday, April 3rd, and I got the lovely privilege of being joined by Harmonious Yuri.
Let's go. What's up, guys?
The one and only icon in the building.
That was a crazy angle change you just did.
We got Remo in the back. We're waiting on Almighty Suspect to come in. It is Monday, April 3rd. What is going on, guys?
Let's get right into it.
why are you holding back a chuckle? What the hell?
That's just crazy.
He's trying to stay on brand right now.
I'm chilling. I'm excited. I might actually go to there's this like Bob Marley not festival. It's kind of like a Bob Marley experience.
Is it called?
Did you get invited
Ragamuffin?
via Instagram too by this dude?
Yes. They hit you up too?
So I got hit up by it saying if I wanted tickets, and I was like legitimately interested. I'm like, oh, I used to be into Bob Marley a lot when I was in college.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to go see like an art exhibit.
Yeah, it seems like it would be a cool experience.
It's pretty cool, but then it's like I need to know what day and time you need to go. And I was not planning on all of that, and I stopped talking after that point.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a general come pop in whenever.
I know, but no, they have like legitimate website where you can like, you know, you get different time slots and shit. You choose which one's available. And I tried to choose one last time. It didn't work out. But then I told them, I was like, can I come through today at, at around a time later today? But so I think I'm going to go stream that. Me going to the Bob Marley experience. I'm like, my whole goal is to get as stoned as possible and go in there and see what I see.
You can't get stoned there.
Probably not.
If you really want the Bob Marley experience, you're going to get shot.
Damn.
No, what? He got
I can help
shot?
you with that, homie. No.
Get foot cancer towards at the end of it?
Damn. He got foot cancer?
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't get his foot amputated, right? And that's what led to him dying.
Wow.
Exactly.
He didn't want to lose his foot?
Because he's a Rasta. They don't believe in dismemberment or like any type of amputation or anything like that. You have to
Even
be
to
like
save
fully
yourself?
connected.
But I think even before the amputation, he didn't want to do like the chemo and all that other
That's
stuff.
what I was going to say next. He didn't want to go through chemo?
Yeah, same thing. What's his name?
Rasta's
The owner
a
of
rough
or
thing.
the dude from Apple that passed away. What's his name?
Jobs?
Yeah, Steve
Steve
Jobs.
Jobs.
Same way. He was a more holistic person. He didn't like like more Western like medicines. He would take a holistic approach to relieving shit, and he died from cancer as well.
So you guys are saying that both of these men, these icons, these legends could have been saved by basic chemotherapy?
No, I'm saying that like I
No.
feel like people have an option of how they want to go out, and honestly, if you look at how chemotherapy, what it does to you, it's like if you really want to have the option of like, bro, like I don't want to do that to myself. I'd rather die whatever other way I'm gonna die. It's like because the chemo shit really fucks you up too, and some people honestly, it's like it ends up fucking them up more than the cancer did. Like because they they lose all their hair, they become hella weak, they can't eat.
What's the stats on that? Isn't that only temporarily, though?
Yeah, you do like recover from it and shit like that.
I think I'd rather...
Depends. It depends on the situation. That like on what the likelihood of you recovering is, right?
was diagnosed with acral melanoma, which ultimately claimed his life with no other warning signs. Should I have just read that shit out loud or what?
No, it's okay.
Oh my god, is that a picture of his toe?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dang, my toes are starting to look like that.
But actually, never mind. Read it again, Icon.
Bob Marley was diagnosed with acral lentiginous melanoma, which ultimately claimed his life. Knowing the warning signs of this rare form of melanoma, finding it and treating it early enough can make the difference between life and death.
What is a melanoma?
Cancer.
Oh my god, right in his toe, bro. And you know what's even crazier is
Legend.
he loved playing soccer. And I think that's also why he didn't want his foot amputated, because he loved playing soccer.
I would have cut my shit off to live some crazy more years.
Bro, that's such a really? You would have said goodbye to the foot?
Dude, he
I
was
would've had
36
to.
years old. That's me right now.
He died at 36 years old?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Damn, legend ass fool.
I know. He had it all figured out too. That legendary like interview clip of him where they're like, "Are you rich?" He's like, "What is rich to you?" You seen that clip?
Yes.
I like it.
Again, that's based a lot on his like religion and cultural background, not so much like him being very like
Yeah.
woke and like open-minded and seeing the future. That's just very in
But
tune with.
That's still like pretty.
cultural beliefs.
That's full of wisdom. You know what I mean? That he gets from his cultural beliefs. You know what I mean? Like, it's like at the end of the day, being materialistic isn't good for anyone.
I mean, he was known for pushing these beliefs, like just through his messages and his songs, which were like unbelievably popular and transcendent. So it's like it definitely had an impact.
No, 100%. Dude, he has hella
And now
kids,
I
too.
don't have to go to the experience because you're going, and I can watch you stream it.
Oh yeah, exactly. In 1080p. Dude, also Bob Marley has like hella kids, and like damn near every single one of them is in the music industry. It's pretty crazy.
Ziggy and Damien are probably the furthest along. Huh?
Damien is the one I know. Obviously, the people know the most.
I think Ziggy Marley was pretty well known too.
I don't know about Rita Marley like that.
It must be hard, like just being a Marley. You know what I mean? Like having that. Like it's kind of hard to be like when you're born into like a normal family, you have this thing of like I can be the first one. You know what I mean? Like, but if you're born and your dad is fucking Bob Marley, and then you're like, what are the chances I'm gonna be the next Bob? Like, you know, I'm the next in line to be a legend, you know, in the world or whatever it is. It's like your likelihood of being a legend like decreases by a lot.
Nah, I totally feel it.
Even though like your name is like famous, it's like the chances of you actually making a name for yourself is just almost wiped.
Right, because it's not your name that's famous; it's your dad's name that's famous that you share with them, and they're famous because they probably came from nothing and made something of themselves, and now you're coming into the situation where you already have these things because your parents made themselves. So,
did you guys see the Sunny V2 video on Jackie Chan's son? Because
No.
we all heard the stories of how Jackie Chan has like $340 million in his wealth, and he's leaving
And
nothing.
he ain't giving nothing to that.
Exactly. And Sunny V2 did like a deep dive into like exactly why and all that stuff. And honestly, it seems kind of like unfair, bro. Jackie Chan basically wants
being a dick?
He wants his son to be like a doctor or a lawyer, and his son wants to be a musician, and he starts smoking weed. And then you know what I mean?
He was like, yeah, nah.
Exactly.
That
And he-
ain't it.
And
he's like
just-
a Yuri.
yeah, basically, I relate with his son because I'm like, bro, like, you know, I'm not a musician, but he doesn't want to be a lawyer or a doctor. He wants to get into some more creative shit, and that creative business comes with smoking some weed. And
Can I say that maybe he should have just listened to his dad, got his doctorate, opened up his freaking practice, and then began his other shit after he inherited all of his father's money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you definitely gotta play it right. But then also, it's like,
Is he a
Stay
successful
in the good
musician?
graces until the money's in your hands, and then do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Well, no, not that either. Like, at least follow. Like I said, go become a doctor. Now you're a fucking doctor. Now open your practice because your dad's gonna fund your practice because you followed his freaking basic instructions.
yeah,
Right, and if you're a doctor, you have like financial freedom too, so you're not really dependent.
Yeah,
on,
now you can go strum your little guitar. But like I was saying, is he a successful musician?
apparently he went to like China and his album like completely flopped, or like
We could have did more numbers than him.
I think it sold like 12.
Yeah, Joshy could have did better than that.
Dude, Sunny V2
12
like
physical copies.
yes, bro. Like if you watch the Sunny V2 video, he like drops all this shit where he was in a hella movies too, and like, you know, some of the movies
With his dad?
no, just by himself. And yeah, I don't know. Apparently one of his albums they dropped like sold like 12 copies or like 7 copies.
At what point do you begin to wonder if maybe I should have listened to my good old dad?
But also it's like I don't know. Everyone wants to live their own lives. You know what I mean? Like, what did you do what your dad told you to do?
My dad wasn't around, so I did whatever I wanted to do.
Well, you're lucky. I'm joking. My dad wanted me to be in the appliance business. You know what I mean? Like
Appliances?
that's installing appliances. You know what I mean? Like, had I
He
listened,
wanted you to be a refrigerator dude?
yes. Well, I was already a refrigerator dude. He wanted me to do it full time. You know what I mean? Like.
So, is this what he wanted for you your whole life, or by the time you were like done school and you were working?
Well, no, my dad wanted me to do, you know, the refrigerator stuff, like be a full-time installer, and then while I'm doing that, work to be a contractor. You know what I mean? Like get my
Oh, that's great.
shit to be a contractor. And I was telling him, like, you know, it seems all cool and shit. I did a little bit of research, and, you know, I worked around a lot of contractors, and I saw what it was like, but it's just wasn't for me. You know what I mean? I was just
Being
like, bro,
rich wasn't for you?
yeah. No, being a contractor, bro, that shit's stressful as fuck, dude. Like, you have people yelling at you, you know, like the homeowners, like, I wanted my refrigerator installed today, and the fucking shelving guy fucked up and made the sizing too small, and you have to explain to the house owner, like, hey, sorry, we gotta get new shelves installed. It's gonna take a week. Refrigerator will be back. It just seems too, like, I don't want that to be my whole life. You know what I mean? Just thinking about refrigerators.
How old are you again?
28.
You're not that young to be acting like this.
Like what?
So,
Lazy.
what icon?
Lazy?
No,
Fuck you, Icon.
Yuri, I'm gonna come to your defense here because I've been around you for a few years now. What icon is hearing is the idea of like responsibility being a turn off for
wanting
you,
it. Yeah,
not
pretty
wanting
much.
to have. But what I understand for you is that, yeah, you're not gonna want to be in charge of what a lot of other people are doing or be impacted by what a lot of other people are doing, which is why you stream a lot on your own, which is why you do a lot of shit on your own. I think you have tried to find your niche because he does not want to be a leader responsible for all of these things. That type of stress for him, he won't even put his foot in the door.
Does your lady talk shit to you a lot? Like about house chores and things like that?
No, I think it's the opposite. Where I'm like bitching, like, hey, what's up with this fucking water bottle? It's still here.
That could be you as a contractor delegating tasks to your fucking workers. Pal.
Okay, I kind of, thank you, Josh, for coming to my defense there, but it's not the responsibility that takes me away from it. It's like I'm not against that. It's like I could see me, being able to handle that, but it's the idea of like I'm telling you, I spent a lot of time around the people that I worked at this company for like a year and a half or 2 years, and bro, like their whole lives is stoves, refrigerators, washers, dryers, and I'm just like, bro, like I can't have that be 80% of what I think about all day. You know what I mean?
But that's not their lives. That's just what they do for work. And what
No, it really is,
I think
bro.
is like a difference for them, though. What is a little bit of a difference for them is that they work to live. They don't live to work. So they're like, their lives are not these things. That's just what they're doing at work, so they can go and live the lives that they want to outside of it.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I see.
Whereas
what
what you're doing, like you're really like invested in, and it is part of your life, and there really is like not much of a separation. Whereas these guys, this isn't their life. This is just what's paying the bills.
I feel like it is, especially for the salesman, bro. Like, cause I try to get into the whole salesman of like selling refrigerators and shit.
That's rough,
bro. Like, there's shit that comes out multiple times a year.
Be an installer,
they
bro.
have to know everything about everything, and not only that, but the refrigerator companies. There's so many different companies. They're paying to take the salesman out to Texas, to Florida for these conferences, so they could show you all the new appliances, and they're doing multiple trips a year. Like, it takes.
But
up your
these
whole
guys
life.
don't love these products. What these guys love is the amount of money that they can make from selling them. So they have to teach themselves to know everything about it. Again, they're attached to the money, so what they can do outside of it. No. This is not their lives.
They are making hella bread at the end of the day. Not gonna lie.
Dude, sales jobs? Are you kidding?
Bro, when someone comes into, it's very rare that someone comes into appliance place like, hey, I just want one refrigerator. They're usually like, hey, I need appliances for a whole kitchen, and they're spending like $100K plus, and then you get like a 10-20% commission.
If you weren't the gerb of all gerbs, would you sell refrigerators as your job?
Bro, if I wasn't a gerber, I would do anything for a bag that's not homosexual.
I like your
Just
fucking
having a
life,
job to get money, and then you live your life doing what you want outside of it.
Exactly.
You hella calm right now. I'm gonna need you to turn up,
There's
my
no
G.
problem with no. Damn, I've been in here 32 seconds. Get off my
I
dick.
know.
What's up with this nigga? It's crazy.
30 seconds in here. Yo, what's up
That's
with
the
you, bro?
fucking attitude I know and love. There we go.
Damn, you gotta attack me for that.
I know. I'm getting it. Like, you back on now, baby. Let's get it.
All right.
When they get at me as the angry black man.
I'm
No,
glad
not me,
Almighty.
not me.
Actually, no. I'm glad both of you guys are here for this topic right here, because this is very interesting to me. So Drake has listed his own home studio on Stu Finder for $250,000, $250,000 an hour. An hour, guys. The studio is located right at the Canadian rapper's Toronto Bridle Path home and features all the equipment Drake uses. Stu Finder say they were aware of Drake's home studio listed on our app. We are currently verifying that Drake or his team did make the listing. Update soon. Stu Finder later confirmed that the Toronto listing and its users never have to worry about being scammed on Stu Finder. So, and then we have a quote right here that says, Drake's personal home recording studio. The home studio includes custom equipment, no engineer included. That's fucked up for $250,000 an hour. Drake feature is not included. The description for the listings reads, Riff Raff booked 2 hours at Drake home studio for $500,000.
He sure did. But I mean, it's Riff Raff, bro. Riff Raff has been rich for a long time.
That's true.
I would never, ever do that. Ever. Fool,
He just gonna go in there and snort cocaine.
We got the damn microphone that Drake got right here.
I was going to say, like
What
what's
else
the
we got?
benefit of paying $250,000 an hour?
I mean,
Where's the pros and cons here?
I guess it's nigga, there's a lot of cons, but I guess the pros would be like you get the aesthetic of Drake. Now you have Drake's address. That's one. That's a pro. Now you got the drop on Drake.
Oh my God.
The other one would be, you feel me, getting the aesthetic of recording in his space. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, like I recorded in the same studio as NWA and like Ice Cube in like the exact room and shit.
Oh, shit.
So like
That's tight.
It didn't mean too much to me, but like I guess that can be a selling point. You know what I'm saying? Or be like, yeah, this is where hits was made, kind of shit. So I guess music is kind of like
It's all about the energy.
yeah,
man.
it's like energy and feelings and shit. You know,
But who has that money to spend for studio time? It's not individual
Riff-raff.
artists.
Labels, right?
niggas
Labels,
like riff-raff.
right?
That's
No,
a fact.
there's no label that's gonna pay 250. 250 is someone's whole ass budget for
And
their beats,
that's
their
a
studio
fact.
time, their marketing, their fucking.
And that's what I was
That's a budget for like 3 years for some of these niggas.
And that's what I was thinking, like, bro. My immediate thought is like, who's paying for this?
3
Probably
years, you're
labels,
cold.
right? Even if you're saying this is too expensive for labels, then who in the right mind is gonna pay for this other than Riff Raff?
A nigga who sell dope.
the fool that bought the Wu-Tang album, Martin. What's his name? Martin.
Oh my God, March Shkreli?
Yeah, that
You
dude.
think he'll book an hour in there?
That's the type of. That's
He might
the
be
type-
broke now.
That's the type. That's like some tourist shit right there. Like if you're rich, you want to go to one of the greatest artists of our time. Shit, pull up.
We're gonna
I
see
bet
hella.
you.
Bring
It
a
really
bitch.
is. Feels like that. It's almost like an Airbnb.
I was
but
just
for an
finna say,
hour.
I bet you a lot of people aren't even gonna go in there to record. They're just
No,
gonna
they're
Nah,
going to
they're
just
be in
trip
there.
out.
Take pictures.
Some rich nigga gonna go in there to fuck a bitch.
We're gonna see hella people from
That-
Dubai in there.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's also a good point.
What are those things called? Like those blankets they wear?
I know we're not.
It's a blanket.
We go there. They don't come here, Yuri.
They're gonna come to check that out for
No,
sure.
they're not.
You don't think so?
No, they're not.
We
You're
go
not
there.
finna
You don't
see
think it's
those
gonna
Saudis.
become like Disney, where it becomes a destination?
For a $250,000 an
Absolutely.
hour. How
For a
much is
rich-ass
24
fool.
hours in there?
Oh, that's some good math, right
What's
there.
a 24-hour stream in Drake's studio like? What's that gonna hit for?
Nigga, when you ever seen a group of Saudis?
$3
walking
million.
around? When you ever seen a group of niggas with headdresses on?
Never.
Exactly. They're not finna just pop up because of Drake's studio, nigga. We go to Dubai. They don't come here. The Saudis don't want nothing to do with America.
You like
nigga.
that math, Josh, or what?
So how much was it?
As you said it, I was like doing the quarters. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
6 million
No, 3 million.
for 24 hours?
Yeah,
That's insane.
would
I have
never do
seen
that.
Mr. Beast go to like $1 million a night resort. So 3 million for Drake's one room. I don't know.
God
It's a very nice room.
I feel
People
like
will spend money for that.
really, it's kind of like how you know how they were selling fucking $1,000 Supreme bricks and it's just
Oh,
a brick.
yeah.
Like it's just a studio, but because it's Drake, now it has this high price tag on it, and some people are gonna pay it because they like Drake, not because it's really the value is how much it's really worth, because it's not. It's just Drake. Some people, some shit in the world today is just like sentimental value. It really has no value whatsoever, but you gonna pay whatever because in your head it has value.
Yeah, you're 100% not running into Drake when you
Fuck no.
when you
What
get that
if he's
studio.
like,
He's probably
What up,
nowhere
fam?
around. He probably only puts it up when he's
There
in
you go,
fucking
fam.
Canada or something.
Hey, when you guys are getting a studio for
Is
a
he a lighter here?
couple hours, does it come with an engineer?
It depends. You have the option of no engineer, or you have the option of engineer.
Of
and it'll-
hiring an engineer
and it'll cost
through
a
them.
couple hundred,
Do you-
an extra 100 to bring the engineer
Wait,
or something.
I
you
had an
have-
important question.
Go ahead.
Do you get bathroom access anytime you book a studio?
Most likely, yes.
Yeah, every studio I've been in had a bathroom.
Okay.
Maybe
so
even a
are you
shower.
able to go through like Drake's house? And
Unless
go
you
to
in the
bathrooms
trenches. I'd have been in some studios where it's the back of niggas' houses and you gotta just pee in the grass. You
Right?
feel me? But
No, I
if
can
you in
imagine
a,
that.
a building, yeah, they usually always come to bathroom. Ain't that like city regulation or some shit? You just got a building with no bathroom in it. Ain't that
Right, but if
legal?
you're like renting a studio that has like, yeah, there's probably a bathroom, like maybe a shared bathroom somewhere. They don't necessarily have to give you access to
True.
That's a fact.
I wonder.
Do you before we go? Do you have your own personal engineer that you've rocked with forever?
I did, but then that nigga suck my dick right now. I did for a couple years, but I don't fuck with that nigga no more. But now I just kind of, you feel me, just float, wherever.
I'm not mad at that.
Wherever they want me.
I wonder
only-
what the limit is for people. Like if you like for Riff Raff, like how many friends can he bring with him to the studio? Like if he brings 30 people with him, are they gonna be like, bro,
definitely
yo, chill?
I bet you people are splitting it. Like they would just go with 10 people and then just split
Oh
it.
yeah, right. It's like what about that? You
That's
have
what
like
10
niggas do right now.
25K.
you have
each.
10 rappers and you guys tell each other like, yo, you have 10 minutes on the mic. And
That's
then
trash. That's trash.
you spend like 50K for 10 minutes on the mic.
All right, let's do less. Like maybe like 3 rich ass niggas and they split it. Cause that's usually how niggas do. Like back in the day, me and my homies would split the studio time.
Yeah, you get a brick of time.
And then we'll all either record separately or all together on all our tracks, or
What's
give
like-
niggas designated times.
I remember one time I forgot who else filming for. Some dude like commissioned me to like film a music video for him, and he took me to this studio that was in like Hollywood, and they were walking us around. They were doing the same thing where they were showing us all the rooms, and they're like, this artist is filmed in here, this artist is filmed in here, and I forgot the artist names, but they're like huge, artists in the hip hop world. And I was just like, damn, like I wonder how much this costs, right? And I know the dude who commissioned me, like, he was probably able to afford the rooms, but he's not the richest guy in LA. You know what I mean? And I'm wondering, like, what's the price difference between this and the next closest, most expensive studio? Like, is he just like blowing all the other studios out the roof with this price range?
Definitely.
They probably have,
because you're not paying for some awesome equipment. You're just paying because it's Drake's house.
All right, so like, what would the top of the line equipment engineer cost you for an hour?
That's what
An
I'm wondering.
engineer is different, but
Yeah,
top of the
just-
line equipment
And room,
Yeah.
like
10K,
really
basic
15K?
engineer, top of the line equipment,
15K.
an hour.
an hour.
No, not an hour.
No,
to
no, no,
own
no.
the
Yeah, to
equipment.
own all the shit. But I
No,
mean,
no, how much to rent it for an hour?
1,000
shit.
maybe max.
Yeah,
Really?
probably like 1,000 an hour. If it's like
And that's
top
like
of the line,
Rick
niggas who
the
like Young
best.
Thug recording and shit like that.
That's like Rick Rubin or some shit,
yeah,
right?
that's a fact.
You'll pay 1,000 an hour for studio
I think
time.
the most I've paid is like 300, and it was like fire though. Like it was fire. Like nigga, it was a big
So that's
window.
a crazy amount.
Yeah,
difference.
that's
where
a
you could
crazy
see
difference.
like the beach with a big ass window out. There's a
Damn.
couch in that
I
motherfucker.
actually think I know what
it was
studio
player
you're
like
talking
Santa
about.
Monica,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Like on a beach, and you could see from where you're sitting down. I'm writing. I can look up and I can see the beach.
See, I could see paying more for a building like that because you're like
Exactly.
motivated,
Or New York.
ambience, and you have privacy and shit. Yeah.
I was in a studio in New York, and it was like Times Square top. You could see the whole city. That shit was expensive too. You
That
feel
shit's
me?
fly
Shit
as
like
hell.
that.
Well,
Yeah, it
real
was
estate
fly
in
as
New
hell.
York is crazy expensive.
That's a fact.
So just even renting space, that place is already probably spending a shit ton.
Drake
to
was
lease
like,
it.
like the most expensive studio time right now is like $5K an hour. Let's charge $250. Fuck that.
And I think 9 times out of 10, bro, I'm sure he has the ultimate top of the line shit, but I'm sure there's studios with other places that probably have better on some real shit. Like just because it's Drake's home studio, he probably still sends it out to somewhere else and gets it mixed and mastered and all
Yeah.
that kind of shit. And also, you can have great equipment, but if the nigga behind the computer is shit, it won't mean nothing.
Shit.
That's
So do you
true.
think he makes more money doing this, or if he had just made like a Drake recording studio, decked it out, say I record here for whatever amount of time, and then open it up, and then it's not in his house?
I
Nah,
think
this
he would
is valid.
probably end
wouldn't
up
make-
spending more, keeping it up, keeping it secured, and all that. He
He's already built it.
Exactly. And he already keeps it secure because it's his house. So, it would probably, but I'm sure it's Drake, bro. People would probably be spilling in by the thousands, but something will probably happen. Famous studios, shit always gonna go down, bro.
Facts.
I
Where
wonder-
everybody want to be at, it's going up.
I wonder if that's like Drake's mortgage. He's like just trying to find a way to pay his mortgage off.
Fuck no, nigga, that's Drake. You need to find a way to pay shit
No,
off.
I know. I'm not saying he needs the money, but like just the easy way to be like, yeah, my mortgage is paid for by the studio that I have in my back house.
I don't think this is a sustainable business designed to pay your mortgage.
Yeah, I don't
This
think
is
so
just
either.
a flex.
Yeah, this or for all we know, bro. You said Stu Finder is still trying to make sure that Drake team even did that. What if this is cap?
No, they confirmed it, right? It said
Yeah,
that.
it
Yeah,
said it was
It
confirmed.
said that at first they were trying to confirm, then they did. I'm gonna go
Okay.
grab an energy drink from the vending machine real quick. BRB.
He made an announcement. I understand.
That was a full blown announcement.
Definitely.
Yuri's
definitely.
always the guy that leaves the streams. Why do he do that shit?
Is he?
Every
I
stream
I
I've
get
ever
up all
been-
the time.
Well, Yuri also does like very long form streams, so he's used to being able to get up, go to the bathroom, come back.
valid.
Like, if he's on for 6-7 hours,
And the chat is just talking to themselves and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
he's built different.
Did y'all see this shit?
I did hear
with the Drake sample.
Yes,
Did you see it?
he's a cold piece.
Bro.
It's not only Kim, it's also Chris as well.
I didn't listen to the whole shit, but if y'all have followed Drake's discography, he usually never goes at you completely directly. He usually does it subliminal. He usually makes it a whole kind of masterpiece. He usually kind of connects it. You know what I'm saying? He don't just get on the track and say, "Fuck you, I'm smoking all dead, suck my dick." He don't do that. He get up there
This is pretty blatant.
and does an artsy way of shitting on you.
Which is why Flacco thought he was talking about him.
This nigga's absolutely delusional. There was no way Drake was ever mentioning Flacco.
No. But
Flacasito,
like you're saying, this was
Flacasito.
unbelievably blatant.
That's a
and
fact. It's still artsy
It's still artsy.
in Drake's way,
Definitely still artsy, but
but he knows I think Drake is kind of like Hey, on some real shit, Drake is kind of like a female. Like he know exactly where to hit you, how to hit you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this some shit that a bitch would do. You feel me? Like
Drake
like,
ain't a bitch.
I'm not saying he's a bitch. I'm just saying like
he got bitch tendencies.
like how he vindictively does shit is kind of feminine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, dudes, we be real direct with it. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, but at the same time, to play flip side, we need this in music. I think we need more like this is with art. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is still an art form, bro. Rapping is an art form, you know what I'm saying? It's a competitive art form at that. So I think we need more disses in rap that's not about dead people, but skill and antics and shit like this. This is skill and antics. So I think we need more of that in rap. I like it.
But it's still feminine.
Yeah, no. Like just
Josh
putting
said,
putting Kim
I was gonna read it
on the
too,
beginning.
but
Oh yeah, you're right. All right,
it's okay.
I'll read it.
Go for it.
Drake shared a snippet of his new track, which features the voice of Kim Kardashian. The unreleased song was teased on Drake's OVO radio show and immediately had fans' jaw dropping after realizing the sample of Kim referencing her divorce from Kanye West. The song, which is thought to be titled Rescue Me, hears the rapper say, "I need someone to be patient with me. Someone to get money will not take it from me. Come and rescue me. Take me out the club. Take me out the trap. Take me off the market. Take me off the map. I'm trying to hit the group chat and tell them." Do you see what I'm saying? He gets you, but he don't just say fuck you. How he does it is like an art form. That shit kind of beautiful,
tight.
bro. No cap, nigga. That's what we need.
Come this far and not be happy.
Okay.
Remember that.
You didn't come this far just to come this far.
Night Owl Sound,
Yep.
the world's
I saw it on
greatest
the internet.
sound.
Fire.
He's the only nigga to sing and diss you. He's the only nigga to sing and diss you. Who else be singing and dissing niggas?
That's what I'm saying.
I
He's the
didn't come this
best.
far just to come.
Damn.
Wow.
He
I wonder if
knows,
he
He
has to
bro.
said,
clear
"Damn."
He knows, bro.
He's
Have y'all
fucked
been
up.
following the Kanye West Drake war like over the past 5 years?
Very, not like surface level.
Have we gone over this before?
I have. I'm not sure. Not us.
I mean, there was a time though where we thought like it had kind of passed after their albums had dropped. It
that
had
shit was
been a
fake,
while.
nigga.
They
You see
did
how
that
uncomfortable
stupid
they look with
fake-
Jay Prince taking a picture with him?
when they did that. Didn't they do that one show together?
Yeah,
out
they
here
did
too.
it exactly.
That was all Jay Prince, bro.
Yeah, but at least you didn't hear about it nearly as much. So you thought that maybe with Kim having moved on and everything, it had been dead. But
I thought
dragging this back up,
I thought after
when
the show, it was
when
over for
Kanye's
sure.
been quiet for a while now.
It's because he
Yeah.
knows Kanye's not over it. He's smart, nigga. This is exactly what I would
Kanye's
do.
about to unleash the beast.
I know. I feel like he's poking the bear right now, where like no one's saying anything. So now Drake picks his time to like really, throw a grenade out there.
I fucking like it.
I wonder what
wild.
Kanye's up to right now.
Let me take back that. I don't think this is feminine. I think Drake does a lot of feminine shit, but I don't think this per se is feminine. I think this is real strategic dissing on some real shit.
I like it.
Because, bro, Kanye West, this nigga's mind is real fragile. So when you come and do some shit like that, bro, that's genius, my nigga. I love that
He
shit,
said
bro.
that fool's mind is real fragile.
His mind is fragile, is it not? Nigga, one day he loves Jews, the next day he feels like they should persecute and burn. Like the
Damn.
nigga is deluded. It's crazy. His mind is
I
fragile.
don't recall him saying those words like that.
It don't matter how it was said. It was basically what I just said, Josh, correct?
It was all implied. So
Thank
this is
you.
not wrong.
Come
It was
on.
all
You
implied.
feel me? Just because I don't use nigga.
Yeah, like he didn't maybe say those exact words, but
I'm
saying
not
that
gonna
you
gist.
but saying that you loved the people that did do that and that they were geniuses and ahead of their time and that they should be celebrated. Like, yes,
The nigga's a nut. His mind is very fragile. So I think Drake is a genius for this.
Let's circle back just a little bit. Do you think, because when you were mentioning Jay Prince and them and all that bullshit, do you think Jay Prince is still going to be as respected and revered and all this extra shit now after this whole situation with the RIP takeoff?
I think as long as that shit is still a big question mark as far as the whole situation, it can kind of be in the air. But I think if it's confirmed, like for sure in the near future that somebody of his camp did do the shit, then I think it might hurt it a little bit. But as far as Texas and Houston, I don't think so. Maybe as far as the nation, it might be a little, up in there. But the only person that I didn't see really go at Jay Prince, nigga, is YoungBoy. Do y'all remember when some niggas went in YoungBoy's house,
Yeah.
stole some shit out there and his car keys? Jay Prince popped up with the little nigga who robbed his house, made an Instagram video and said, "I got your keys, get in contact with me." That's some ultimate like nigga mafioso mob shit. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga YoungBoy hopped on that shit, nigga, and said, nigga, they make 2 of these keys when you bought them. Suck my dick, bitch. If you really wanted to help, nigga, you could have got in contact with me. So that's the only nigga that I seen really get at that nigga.
Hey,
You feel me?
but that's real talk though. At the
some real
same
shit.
time, you know what I mean? Like
some
you didn't
real
have to
shit.
make a whole IG video. You could have just banged my line. homie.
Everyone
like, you
said
know
that video was
people who
kind of
know me.
cringy because he had
Which?
a Jay Prince's video where he was holding the umbrella to the fucking car. Like this car, it's like a Rolls Royce that comes with the umbrella. He had the umbrella. He's like, I got your umbrella and the keys. Like,
That nigga think he's in a mob movie.
yeah.
But I ain't gonna say too much, bro. Jay Prince niggas be disappearing playing with Jay Prince.
Oh
nigga.
shit!
I ain't
Never
trying
mind.
to
He's not
disappear.
cringy, guys. I was just kidding.
Bro, you gotta do your research on Jay Prince. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I'm not
Bro,
questioning.
Yeah, this is not the Barbs, Yuri.
Bro,
Yeah.
you should be able
Nigga
to
might
fucking
disappear.
give an opinion on anyone, bro. Especially in the world, especially as Jay Prince purposely films videos where he reacts and talks and talks about drama, all that. Bro,
he going hard.
he puts himself out there, and you can't expect not to have people talk about you when you put yourself out into the internet world. It's foolish of if anyone to be like, oh, you can't talk about me or give your opinion on me.
You're right.
I like it.
But
I like it a lot. Keep talking that shit. You're
No, but Yuri, what also before Suspect got here, you were telling us a little bit about some of the issues you're having with being able to speak your mind and understanding the repercussions of that.
Yeah,
I thought this was a good conversation to have.
Talk to me, Yuri. Come on.
Well, I'm trying to get some sponsors for like my streams or 10 Talks. Mostly 10 Talks because it's like sponsors like to sponsor podcasts more than anything. And then I was just like talking to someone about potentially doing that, and like the conversation of like my topics got brought up where I was just like sometimes during 10 Talks like I do be talking about like certain things that in the current state of affairs of woke culture, you cannot even give an opinion on any of these things that people having, crazy shit to say about you or label you immediately as. And I always try to be like, fuck that shit. If I want to talk about it, let me talk about it, right?
Are your stats
But
up?
What do you mean?
Your stats are really high. Like
They're not really high, but I've seen other people's, stats that are lower than mine, and they're getting, already like sponsorships.
The
and
reason
stuff
why I
like that.
say that is why would these sponsors not want to let you do what you do?
Well, you have to choose specific sponsors, and that my conversation got led to like, certain bigger brands that will like sponsor almost everyone. You know what I mean? They'll probably be a little bit more careful with you because you're talking about trans kids not being, like that being immoral and fucked up. It's like
Pop it off.
It's because we're in a time frame,
how dare
bro,
you say that?
where all topics is real touchy and everybody's fucking
Everyone's
sensitive.
sensitive
You
on
can't say with the bro.
crybabies.
Do y'all remember like a lot of these? Do y'all remember when parody movies was a thing? Like right
Hey,
after
that
Scary
turned
Movie
down, huh, a
and
little
all
bit.
of that shit, and they was really pushing the line with a lot of shit.
Stereotypes,
Yeah,
all that
a
shit.
lot
Like
of-
Undercover Brother,
and those was fire, bro. Like
funny
a lot
movie,
of that shit was
Pootie
hilarious.
Tang, like stuff like that.
Shit like that. You
Hilarious.
can't do that today.
No.
Like you will be canceled. But you that shit won't even, bro. Nigga
There-
write the script. That won't even get into production at these points. Like
When
but,
was the last one? Was it one of the little fake slasher joints? The little parody slasher joints?
I think some of the last ones was like, do you remember when they did the fake 300?
Oh,
they did
yeah,
the,
that-
they did the fake
yeah.
300.
That was fucking
It was
hilarious.
starting to get oversaturated. No, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was starting to get oversaturated. But I was just bringing that up to say, like, nigga, the climate 15 years ago with as far as really saying what you want,
It's been that long, huh?
it was that, but this is what it was, bro. When all of these weird ass motherfuckers got a hold of their phones, right? And then it made it real easy for you to make a 9-second video on any topic you want and get traction.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Anybody
Exactly.
can speak up and everyone has a voice now.
And not only that, but it's become a trend on like kids see this shit on TikTok, right? They're like, kids want to go viral, right? They're like, how do I go viral? Display some sort of skill, you know what I mean? Like do some like viral content, whatever it is. But the one thing that a lot of kids are gravitating towards for going viral is, my local celebrity, I noticed he, accidentally fucking kicked a puppy while he was like walking on this one video. Let me make a video saying that he hates puppies and he's a puppy beater and we should contact PETA and make a whole a big deal about the shit. And like I'm noticing where like cancel culture is like infected the kids where they want to go viral, right? They want to like get some sort of traction and they literally find anything. They blow anything out of proportion just to get some views and clicks. You know what I mean? Like they see you do one thing, they say you say one thing, homophobe, transphobe, racist, all this shit just to like have this like virtue signaling bullshit where they're just like, I'm a better person, I care about everyone, I found someone that's immoral. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what
okay.
I think you should do, Yuri? I think you should do kind of what I do. I ain't gonna lie. The first episode I ever did, I hopped up on here and I said Lil Wayne gay as fuck, niggas be sucking dick. And then 5 episodes later, I'm talking about the school to prison pipeline and how they took black men out the home for you to get Section 8 vouchers in the 70s and how it generationally fucked us up. Shit like that. You gotta play it smart at first. That's why I hopped up just doing music on the gang, doing little dumb shit, then I get in there and do cannons. You gotta wait until you have the platform to really speak your mind.
No,
play
facts.
it smooth. Play it smooth until you get to where you want to be at.
gotta sit up
And
for
then
that.
once you get to a certain point, just get to speaking how you really feel.
No,
I
facts.
like
Because
it.
now you already have the platform. They're already watching. And people who don't want to put money behind you, they might not notice really how you feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how I just chill, said Lil Wayne gay. Then one day I got up here and said, I think people is reptilians and there's some freaky shit going on. Shit like that, bro. You gotta wait.
No,
you can't start off like that. They're never gonna platform you. You gotta start off regular. And
I'ma
then
take
once
that
you get
advice.
to a certain way, once you get to a certain point, speak what you want. That's what I do.
But then you have people like H3H3 or iDubbbz, you know what I mean, who like get to this point of wealth and success, and then they're like so scared to fucking even do anything because they want to
They don't wanna
maintain.
lose it.
Yeah, they want to maintain their wealth and success, and they even double down on the fucking woke shit, the fucking all that stupid bullshit that's going on nowadays.
You just got to know what you stand for and know what you're ready to do before. So you just
No,
got to keep
facts.
that game plan. You know,
Facts.
if you want to get all your ads and get all that, don't say nothing too wild. Wait until it's undeniable. Like, yeah, he might say some crazy shit, but we need his fan base and we going to give him this little ad anyways.
And that was kind of the point I was hoping you would make is like, you don't have to stay quiet. But if you do want their money, you have to play their game.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't really give a shit about most of what you're saying. They give a shit about your audience and who is listening to you. And as long as you're not saying anything that
That's
is
going to affect them.
affect them and go back to them negatively, they
don't give a
don't
fuck.
care too much.
Yeah,
That's a fact. As long as it doesn't hurt their business, they don't give a fuck what you
kinda
say.
true.
It's a fact. So you just wait, build your platform. Once you hit that 100K subscribers, nigga,
Boom.
talk all about trans children, all the fuck you want. But you have to wait if you want to be able to get to that platform. Because you know the climate of YouTube right now, they're not promoting shit like that necessarily.
No,
unless you
facts.
already have some sort of fan base that rotates around that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta wait, bro. Because you will get demonetized, all kind of shit put into the depths of YouTube hell.
Yeah,
No
or
cap.
just honestly labeled by everyone as like Sneeko
radicalist.
Yeah, Sneeko 2.0
Like, nigga,
or some shit.
That part. You gotta play the role, man, and just wait until you get to that certain spot. Then you just bust it out.
I'm not also I'm not trying to become some ultra political person. You know what I mean? Like the discussion just came up over like there's certain shit that I hear that is just ridiculous. You know what I mean, I saw this one video. There's this video I
He said, "Fuck that advice." I'm speaking on it right now.
There's a video
It.
I saw recently where this dude, he was doing it to be a troll, right? Where he took like a clipboard and he was trying to do a petition where he goes to like a college campus. And we all know that colleges, they're just like liberal and making machines. You go into college, you come out a liberal all the time. And then so this guy goes to a college campus. And
That was a crazy statement.
it's
Unless
true.
you're
It's-
rich.
It's honestly true though. But then he starts asking people. He says like, "Hey guys, this is a petition for Emily Rodriguez. She's a 5-year-old black girl who wants to transition, and her parents aren't allowing her. And I want you to sign this petition to like help her do the transition." And everyone signed it.
That's insane.
I'm like, a 5-year-old? And her parents are saying no, and you want a petition to go against the parents' will, and
This is
everyone's
crazy.
signing it.
Nigga,
I'm
she's
like,
5.
I'm
She
like,
probably wanted to be a
ridiculous.
dinosaur last week.
That is lame.
The fuck are
Bro,
we talking
facts.
like that shows the current climate of like a college campus. I was like, bro, that's insane, bro.
What
about?
thing
Of
is-
what campus though, and where?
It
Yeah,
shows
please
that the
tell me
current
where.
climate is
Lame.
extremely unaware and not paying attention, which I think is pretty standard across like 18 to 20-year-olds historically.
I would
That's a fact.
if someone comes up
They're
to you
in
with a
school,
petition,
they don't give a fuck.
They just want to get
just
drunk
say no. Just like no, I'm busy.
and find the local
I
local
have-
gerbs.
I feel like I got wild.
I don't think they care about the cause as much as they care about just getting past it.
Yeah, they probably just want to sign and just walk away.
No,
I know a
they're-
lot of
they're-
people do that too.
No, the videos they're like listening. They're like, oh yes, that's wrong. You know, like they're
That's not
they're not
cool.
signing it like just like, oh shit, okay, here, let me and like get out of here. They're like, no, oh my god, what a terrible story.
Yeah, that's trash. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. The baby probably wanted to be a dinosaur, nigga, the week before. What are we doing?
Facts.
Like, bro, kids change their mind. Nigga, grown ass men change their mind all the time. So, like, you know what I'm saying? For kids with that shit, touchy subject. But yeah, nigga, if you want those ads, not a good topic. Sir.
Yeah.
No cap.
Bro,
You gotta wait, my boy.
When I was 16, I wanted to get these like giant calf tattoos because I thought it would be so cool. I'm so glad I didn't do it.
I wanted to get a
What
lot
the
of
fuck
stupid
did it have
ass
to do with
tattoos.
anything?
It's just stupid
Nah,
decisions
just-
you make as kids.
That's a fact.
They later on you're like
later,
ah.
you're like, that was
So
dumb.
Yeah.
it was stupid because you're against tattoos.
No, not because I'm against tattoos. Because I like the thing that I wanted to get tattooed on.
stupid.
Yeah, I'm like
I had
now
the
that I'm
same
now
thought.
as a 20. It was like some fucking anime bullshit like that I wanted on the back of both calves, and I was like thinking like now as a 28-year-old, like I'm not as hyped on that shit as I was when I was 16. Like I would have been really bummed with those giant ass things on my
I ain't
calves
gonna
right
lie.
now.
When I was
Time
15,
in your life.
I wanted to get some dumbass disrespectful tattoos too.
Like
fuck.
what?
Stupid shit.
Say
We ain't-
one.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Disrespectful.
But some disrespectful ones. Like I wanted to definitely go all out, and I'm so glad that
Like
I
a face
didn't,
tattoo
bro.
or some shit?
Because once I got older, I was like, damn, you not even on that no more. You would have had a hard time, my boy.
Facts.
Fuck that. So nah, bro. When you're a child making these life changing decisions, bro, watch your ass. Cause I promise, in a couple years, you're gonna think differently. So to be chopping off something on your body
Or chemically altering your growth.
pre-adult, I think that's a little crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
not a little.
Cause did I tell you about the thing where the lady sued the doctor?
Yeah.
Sued the psychiatrist that allowed her to go get the sex change because she said that was a bad decision.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's
dude.
tight.
That's literally like
Insane.
it's like a South Park episode writing itself.
This is
You know what I mean?
facts.
That's
It's
badass.
insane, bro. It's crazy.
All right, guys. So apparently we have an update with the YSL case, and there's a weird, interesting update. So a judge issued jail time for one individual accused of recording the jury selection process. The judge explained that there were potential punishments for a $1,000 fine or 20 days in jail. Ultimately, he sentenced the juror to 3 days behind bars for contempt because he was probably filming on his phone or something. The judge explained that he didn't want to issue a fine to the individual because of his repeated warnings during the jury selection process. Unfortunately, I have told several people and made several iterations of this particular notice, and you videotaped our proceedings. It's a brazen violation of these particular proceedings, he said. While the juror tried to explain that so much was going on, the judge shut her excuse for behavior down. And it's like, yeah, you know, in a courtroom, and especially in a YSL case, like, you know, where there's celebrities involved and all this stuff, people probably think like, oh, I could film and this is gonna be so cool. It's like,
So
bruh.
were they recording so that way they could retain the information, or were they recording for clout?
I don't know.
They recorded the jury selection process. That's the picking of people. That's not like some evidence shit.
So
If
that's how
I'm
you
not-
choose people to pay off ahead of time. You know what I mean? That's you're like, oh, now I know who the jurors are. Let me
'Cause-
tap in with their parents.
Because the rebuttal was there's so much going on. Like there's so much going on to what?
I know, right? Yeah, he's maybe in
So
the
what
in the room.
exactly happened? Like, did they record like he said some evidence shit that they trying to remember later, or are they
Exactly.
recording of the process of picking the people?
It's the process of picking the people, the jury selection.
Then what Yuri said
That
makes
could be
sense.
witness tampering,
Yes.
Yeah,
or like not
Exactly.
witness tampering, but you know, jury tampering, something
sure.
like that. something
Attempt
like that.
to.
We definitely
that's
setting them
tampering
up to
something.
get
Yeah.
bribed
tampering something.
or something.
What's crazy is this is in Atlanta. Trying to find jurors who are going to be anywhat bias in the scenario is going to be hard as
Man,
fuck.
you're gonna have to find fucking Gwinnett County white people.
But also a really good point that I heard brought up earlier somewhere else was that these jurors are probably going to be in a hotel room, locked away from their family, X, Y, and Z for the next 6 months, 9
Damn.
months.
Trash. Nigga can't get me
So
to
if
no
you
fucking
if you
jury
did
shit.
get selected and you had to look at doing that, or maybe go spend 3 days in jail,
I'm going to
and
jail.
get to go home.
going
But
to
this
jail.
fine and shit doesn't sound all that.
Wait,
Great.
you think this is also potentially a way to get out of jury duty? Because yeah, like Josh is saying, they take away your phone and everything. They don't let you contact anyone, and you get put in this hotel room, probably bored as fuck. You can't even use a Nintendo Switch in there because
Nah,
that shit
that's
has internet
lame.
access.
That's out.
Damn.
I would not want to do that.
I would tell them like, bro, I'll be the juror, but like you got to give me a PlayStation 2 or something.
Thank God I'm a
Yeah, I
fan.
need to have gaming. You can cut off like all chat features and all
Yeah,
that shit,
exactly.
but I need to be able to entertain myself
Yeah.
while not in court.
They give you like a sex doll.
Damn.
They're like, here you go, entertain yourself.
Yuri, that's where your head is. Huh? I like
Shit,
it.
bro, this whole case has been like really not good for Young Thug because the drug thing, the jury, tampering, the filming, all this shit. It's like, bro, it's not panning out well at all.
I don't think this was jury tampering. I think this was just a juror who made a dumb decision.
It could have been a clout move, like, oh, let me film the YSL case.
That feels way more likely too.
I was in a courtroom for some things before, and I had my phone on. I could have fucking filmed it if I wanted to. You know what I mean? They tell you not to, but I could have.
You was thugging?
No, I was going to be a star witness.
Oh, so you was the main snitch. Shit. Okay. He was the main snitch. All right. Let's break that one down.
Truth Tellers Inc.
All righty.
No, I'm joking. It's
going on, sir?
it's when that dude ran in with the gun trying to shoot Adam. I got called into
So
court
you
for
was
that.
telling on that nigga.
Yes, but I didn't have to. I went there at like
Ready to, but did not have to.
Yuri, you did not tell on anybody. You had the option to and you didn't.
That's
exactly.
crazy.
I went in there and I flicked off the courtroom. I said, I'll never tell on some random stranger, even
That
though he
part.
tried to shoot my friend.
Yeah, let him know you're a real nigga. You don't play those games. That's right. That's crazy as fuck. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
That's crazy.
Yo,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I really want to talk about this because Riley's family just came out. Like, a good part of her family just came out to LA to watch this WrestleMania comes to Hollywood event. And like we were talking about this a couple episodes ago about wrestling, and like I used to be a fan when I was younger, and I've
But
seen.
there's no way in hell I'm going right now.
Yeah, no way in hell I'm going right now, but
And
I'm
not to see Snoop Dogg lean his old ass on them. Did you see it? That nigga was up there looking brittle as fuck.
well, yeah, he's
didn't
like
see.
50 or 60. But bro, did you see the event?
I mean, this is a pretty good cut shot.
Did you
though.
guys see the
a fact.
stages? Like, this shit is such a huge event. Not only that, but bro, they had Lil Uzi Vert performing. They had Bad Bunny performing.
That's dope.
crazy.
Snoop Dogg was he brought out Rey Mysterio in a fucking lowrider.
Oh wow!
I was like,
Look how he leaned on it. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He said, "Nigga, that was terrible. Boy, you need some practice."
I did not see that. That's
Snoop,
crazy.
bro. You need some practice. If you don't lean your ass into that rope, bro, you out here living niggas' dreams, living niggas' childhood dreams, and you fucking it up.
Wearing the leopard.
You also can't jog into it. You got to throw everything you
Man,
got into those
everything. You're
ropes.
supposed to really. You
The
feel
first
me?
rope, he didn't even touch the
Man,
shit.
that
down
I know
there.
he like barely went.
That nigga tapped it. He said,
Bro,
"What the
but
fuck was that?"
this shit put into perspective how big wrestling is. Like, I thought it was a dying art right here,
It
bro.
is.
But dude,
It
did
is.
you
He's
see the
dumb.
stage?
It's not as big as it was 10 years ago, bro.
Bro,
I
I think
promise
it's
you.
bigger.
I think it's just because it's WrestleMania. It's definitely not.
WrestleMania
Well, and also,
is
did you-
always legendary.
But did you guys see the new update,
but-
right, with the UFC thing?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to bring
I
up
think
real
it's
quick.
bigger, bro. Like the stage, the artist, like it really. I always thought that rappers were like way above wrestlers and like
No.
the richness and
Bro,
the celebrity tier.
He just sold
Bro.
it. Didn't Vince McMahon just sell it?
Richness, yes. Celebrity
McMahon
tier,
just
no.
sold
Yeah,
it.
right.
Vince McMahon just sold it. That don't tell me that that's thriving more than
So
ever.
I don't.
Vince
Well,
McMahon
I
I don't know if he ended up.
sold it?
Look it
I don't
up.
know if he ended up selling it because it came out today that UFC and WWE are forming a $21 billion global live sports entertainment company. So I don't know that it's sold or if it just ended up merging.
Endeavor.
Yo, we were just talking about how WWE or just wrestling,
That's
right? Like
trash.
WWF and WWE were so popular until UFC came around and they kind of put them out of business because it's actually real wrestling. Now we have the company that put wrestling, like out of business
How's that
almost,
gonna work?
working with the fake wrestling. It's
Because-
like real wrestling and fake wrestling
What are
together.
you gonna do? Put wrestlers in an octagon?
No, but I think people have
don't
just
know.
come to accept the soap opera that is the WWE and like that performance. They love
Yeah.
that, but then there's also people who love seeing the real shit. And now it's one company under all of it that owns all of that shit.
The soap opera is, it is good. It's like
It
I
was
remember,
amazing.
I remember being super into it. Like I can't wait till next week to see what this dude's gonna do. Like
I'll be watching random ass YouTube mini docs and shit, and I watched the mini doc on this, and they specifically said that wrestling is dying because name 5 wrestlers right now,
Logan Paul.
and that nigga's a fucking YouTuber. Name 5.
Roman Reigns.
And that's who everybody's gonna name. Name another one.
That one girl boss. She wears
Roman Reigns is bitch. No.
fuck. There's like some. I don't know.
This is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Dying art.
Before
you
we
could
could
say
say-
what you want about the views, all that shit. They are not producing
but talk-
stars how
Which
they
is
were
why they
10
had the
years ago.
But like I
concert
said,
shit, huh?
Riley's family just came out, and all of her family, all the kids in the family, they all knew all the kids, all the wrestlers' names. They're all
I'm
like
sure,
huge fans.
But 10 years ago, my dad, I knew all the wrestlers, and so did my dad. I don't.
Not anymore.
Josh, who-
15
not anymore.
years ago, 20 years
I
ago
used to
during
be
the
a
Attitude
huge
Era.
fan.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Late
And
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I knew everyone
Yeah.
from WCW and WWF.
This is what, nigga, me, ECW, WCW,
Uh-huh.
everything. Nigga,
Facts.
TNA, I'm talking about everything. I was a big fan. Nigga, that shit have went on a huge dive. Like, nigga.
There was
it's-
wrestling on every day of the week.
Thank you.
on, like,
Every day.
cable.
Monday was
That
Raw.
shit was
Tuesday
tight.
was ECW. Wednesday, fuck.
Damn, you're right.
Was
I
it
forgot
TNA?
about that.
Nigga, Friday was SmackDown. Like, come on, bro. It was every single day.
They did have
Nigga,
the
that
different
shit is dead as fuck. And what stars are they producing? Nigga, John Cena is still wrestling. They're still eating
That's
off.
rough.
You get what I'm saying?
So they,
Yeah.
I feel like they produced these massive stars, and then they had this issue. What you're saying, and now they're trying to attract stars from other things, bring them into wrestling to try
Instead of
and reinvigorate it.
producing wrestling stars, because they can't. Like, it's just not the same no more, bro. It's just not wrestling. It was different. Like, yeah, all the kids might know, but nigga, 10, 15 years ago, the
We all
kids knew,
knew.
the dads knew, the grandparent, everybody knew.
But what
you feel me?
But what you were saying about a celebrity tier, maybe not now. Like, who gives a shit about Roman Reigns, right? But like, if Hulk Hogan were to pop out right now, all of us are fanning out like, yo.
That's true.
And then
That's
even
true,
nigga,
yeah.
you knew who wrestlers were if you didn't even watch wrestling.
Facts.
Everybody knew who the fuck The Rock is. Everybody
Stone
knew who
Cold.
Stone. Everybody knew who these people were because it was just so huge. You didn't
That's
even have to
true.
watch wrestling. They don't know who the fuck no Ring Rames is. Nigga.
Do you think-
I know who that nigga is? The little nigga with the buff nigga with all the hair.
Yeah.
Like I know
They're all
who that
buff
is,
with
but
hair.
nigga, like that's only because I was a huge wrestling fanatic, and as I phased out, he was one of the last ones.
Do you think
kinda.
wrestling is kind of dying because they stopped focusing on the stereotypes?
No,
Because that was their big thing for a while. You know what I mean? The harsh, basically.
Cable stopped becoming a thing. UFC became a thing, and they stopped producing quality stars.
True.
So I think maybe another reason they might have leaned out of that is they have a very big fan base overseas, especially like
So it makes less sense. Like those
Yeah.
stereotypes, people don't get it.
well, it's just not going to be received there. Like
Yeah,
in there, they should be looking for them as like the hero, not the heel.
Yeah, I get it.
That's a fact. And
So
it's,
it's like-
probably
it's a-
still big in these other countries, but in America, it's for sure dying, bro. Once cable TV went out, who the fuck is paying $89.99 broad everywhere to watch some fucking wrestling? Now, when you was at home and you casually scrolled through, you like, oh shit, Triple H. Let me stop and watch. Niggas not fucking paying
Facts.
$69.99 a fucking month to watch Ving Rhames and some other random nigga.
This was at Ving Rhames.
Whatever this nigga name is, bro. Nope, niggas not doing that, bro. Not everybody. I'm just saying it's just a different climate, bro. Everybody knew who wrestlers were because they were in movies. That just shows you that too. Like wrestling was so big, them niggas could go do anything and it was gonna attract the fan base. Niggas is being half-ass actors. Triple H
facts.
got these bullshit ass nigga Die Hard fake ass movies and shit. Everybody's watching. It's because, bro, the stars itself were so big. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not making wrestling stars that's fucking nigga doing everything no more. The
think
last
I-
one is The Rock.
I think
and
I
that was
saw
20 years ago.
a badass clip of these.
John
fools, like,
Cena was like right after him, and he's
That's a
like
fact.
John
he's been able
Cena
to make
is
the
the end.
movie.
John Cena's
I
the
feel like
end.
he's the end, and The Rock is like probably the pinnacle of it. He was the best of it.
Stone Cold was the
Yeah,
best.
John
fool.
Cena, not as far
Stone
as
Cold
acting.
didn't make it into like
Oh,
acting
Stone
and
Cold
stuff, but he was
stunner
still
your
like a
ass right now on the
cultural-
news, fool.
His
As far as
cultural
acting,
relevancy and everything is
Yeah.
like it's stood the test of time.
If there wasn't a table in between us, I would have stunnered you right now.
You gotta
from
relax.
disrespect.
Stone Cold is my favorite. You're not gonna convince me otherwise.
Oh,
We
then
can
we're
grab-
good.
We're talking
I'll throw you
about
two
we're
Coors
talking
Lights
about
right now and you can crack them.
movie power, nigga. The Rock, bro.
Yeah.
The Rock.
Oh no,
undisputed.
yeah, he's the biggest star besides Hulk Hogan for sure. Because Hulk Hogan is like probably the only other fool that was in a gang of movies too. Remember Hulk Hogan did the gang of little movies and shit.
But
Yeah,
they weren't big as
pretty
The
much
Rock's.
as himself.
Yeah, and
What'd
he
you say,
went to
Remo?
the movies.
The
No, he
Rock
did.
passed
Oh, yeah,
it.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
most of the movies that Hulk Hogan in, it was he would play Hulk Hogan. But the only movie I know Hulk
right,
Hogan in
brother.
is being in fucking Rocky. That's the only movie I remember him being in is Rocky.
I don't
He's
know any
also
movies with
before
Hulk
your
Hogan.
time.
What movie did
That's a
he?
fact.
He ended up in like a pink tutu and something. I can't remember what the movie is.
That's
now.
all.
He was
It
like
was
a
like a
nanny.
babysitting movie.
Yeah.
Rocky
Exactly.
before my time too.
Some
But
type of
I know he
nanny
was in
shit.
Rocky.
Bro, that has to be like the most overused
love
joke
Rocky.
in the Hollywood like movie business is take a really strong guy and put him in a tutu or put him in like some feminine gear. It's
Oh,
like,
that's just one of them Illuminati rituals.
yeah, I
a
know.
fact.
It's literally one of those. That's what they say it is, but it's like one of the most overused shticks.
This is also probably like mid 90s, early 90s when that was all comedy was.
Oh, really?
Put niggas in dresses.
Yeah, that's hysterical.
A lot of real niggas wasn't going for that though.
Oh shit. Okay, so we have some Josh news next, actually.
Joshy news?
Oh.
Spit it out quick before you. Nah.
No, this is a good one.
We
I
have
want you guys to get into this
Dave Portnoy gets backlash for calling Angle Reese a classless piece of shit.
one. Wait,
Whoa.
before we go into that, Mr. Nanny.
Oh my god. Okay, I do
That's
remember this.
insane.
You can't go back to the tutu after
1993.
classless piece of
And
shit.
The Rock got one on too.
Yo, let's give a round of applause for Hulk Hogan for never going to Turkey, bro. He let that rock forever.
I try to tell this fool be like Hulk
'Cause
Hogan.
That was part of his
At the
image.
time, that's what a man looked like. They weren't getting like transplants or anything like that. They
Yeah.
were getting, maybe a wig or something, but just having a skullet was just a look for like a tough guy.
That was his look.
And when
bro.
women say like, "Oh, the beauty standards is so strong for women nowadays," like, don't act like
Hulk
it's not
Hogan.
for guys as well. You know
The
what I mean?
skullet is
Look
crazy.
how like I'm sure he was a handsome guy back in the day. He was fucking balding as fuck, and I'm sure he was getting all the bitches. Nowadays, you look like
It's
that,
'cause
and then
he
you're in
was
a corner by
rich.
yourself.
Fuck no. If you got Hulk Hogan money and Hulk Hogan's charisma and Hulk Hogan's star power, nigga, you in a game right now.
But beauty standards have changed for
You
guys
don't know
and
how
girls.
this shit work for real, Yuri. You could be the ugliest nigga ever. Yuri, you like a foe. You got, bro, your bitch is hot.
I'm a 4?
You like a 4. You probably
Oh,
got a good mouthpiece or something, bro. You probably talking crazy behind closed doors. I'm just saying, you ain't never walked down the street, seen an ugly ass nigga walk down the street with a fire ass bitch and was just like, how?
How did you guys meet?
Sometimes niggas funny. You could be funny. You could be a wholesome human, and they can like it. It's not always about the skullet. You feel me? You could have a skullet and have a wholesome.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Every day I wonder how, like,
Are you-
How did I do this?
yeah, exactly.
Are you not
See,
gonna
it's
tell
your
us how you
wholesome
met?
personality.
what?
How'd you guys meet?
Instagram.
Who hit who?
Well, basically, she saw me on like some No Jumper content, and like coincidentally, she was not like watching No Jumper content. She was a fan of Juice WRLD. Adam had just did something with Juice WRLD. She watched that, got some other shit recommended. Oh, and then she was a fan of Aaron Carter, right? And I was on the thing with Aaron Carter where he gave me a hug, and she saw that shit, and I guess she thought I was handsome or some shit, and she fucking
man.
like tried to find my Instagram. She followed me. I saw she followed me, and then I messaged her like, "Hey, what's up?" And then blah blah. blah. There we go.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be way more wholesome than some clout.
Oh wow,
Whoa,
clout.
she didn't DM him. He DM'd her, which is a very interesting.
And then
one. I didn't
also-
know that. I
No,
didn't
that's the
know
play,
that part of
that's
the
Wait, and then
story.
also Icon, at the moment that she started talking to me, I was not on air talent at all. You know what I mean? Like very rarely, every now and then,
But
Adam,
she saw you as on air talent initially.
no. It was
Yeah.
very.
Sorry,
It
was
was,
this
like,
famous no jumper guy? That's what you're saying?
No,
Yes.
Josh could probably confirm. At that
Yes.
moment, I was
Facts.
That's crazy.
like, I was
Facts
not.
though.
No.
Yes.
At that moment, I was.
yes.
At that moment when she like when I started talking to Riley, when I was still streaming at that time, I was streaming to like 10 people. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yuri had probably just started working No Jumper full time for a few months. too.
yeah. Exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
And it wasn't in front of the camera.
No jumper clout got you there, baby.
Man, that's true love over there, bro. Get off their head.
No
Yes,
jumper love.
thank you.
It's true love, my boy. No cap.
Can I see that lighter, please, Almighty?
He's like, I need to like this.
I'm stressed out right now. He said, fuck, how did I get here? This
All
is
right.
crazy.
Welcome to the hood,
So
homie.
who the hell? All right, let's see. LSU star Angle Reese defended.
Angel.
Angel. Sorry, Angle. What the fuck, bro? I'm stupid.
You still on your
Defended the-
wrestling shit.
defended the gesture she aimed at Iowa Hawkeyes Caitlin Clark near the end of the Tigers' first NCAA Women's Basketball National Championship victory on Sunday. I don't take disrespect lightly, she said.
Facts.
Angle Reese. I like saying Angel now. I mean Angle. Angle Reese could be seen approaching Caitlin Clark before moving her open hand in front of her face, popularized by WWE star John Cena to mean "you can't see me," before pointing her ring finger in a gesture some interpreted as a reference to her place at the newly acquired championship ring might sit.
If
And
this is the NBA, nigga should have been fined.
We gotta keep competitiveness alive,
That
though.
part, I love it.
you can't do that in the NBA?
No, nigga, you would get fined.
Just
If
for
I
doing
say
this?
I just got a ring,
Really?
Doing this, doing that. Did you just see it repeated? He didn't look. He was looking at me. nigga.
No, but even that, showing the ring.
Yes, but no,
Nah.
the you see me play the you see me again. He didn't see it, Josh.
No,
He was looking at
I
me.
saw a little
All right,
bit.
Nigga,
the
if
you
you do
see
that
me
in
has
the
a lot of.
NBA, come
the you
on.
see me has a lot of layers to it right now.
If you're not LeBron James, nigga, they be finding niggas, giving niggas technicals, finding niggas, all type of shit. Do y'all watch basketball?
No.
So
That's not cool.
she had done
That's
it earlier.
fire.
So she's
I
done this.
think we need that, but they be finding niggas for shit like that.
That shit is retarded as hell. We can't be competitive no
Where
more.
do these
Talk
fines
shit.
go?
She's not getting fined for this.
Oh,
this
Nah,
is part of.
racist.
I'm just saying they be doing
This is
that.
part of the
Racist.
argument that's going on right now.
That she needs to be fined?
No, but there. All right.
Because the white girl did it, nobody said nothing. The black girl did it to the white girl, and now it's huge.
Oh, shoot.
That
Man,
part.
that shit is lame.
So that is part of the conversation going
Whoa,
on for
classless
sure.
piece of shit.
All right.
Oh wow! So who called her glasses? Piece of shit?
Dave?
Yes.
Who's
That's
that?
your boy, Joshy.
the
That's
fuck
what I
is Dave?
said. Josh News.
The CEO. Well, maybe not CEO. He's the guy who started Barstool.
Hey,
Tell that
what is
nigga
it, out of
suck my
pocket of-
dick.
Exactly. That's
Tell
what
that
I'm
nigga
saying.
suck my dick. Don't tell don't call no young black woman a classless piece of shit. Nigga,
So-
suck my dick.
This is where I think semantics are definitely getting.
Are you
playing
going
up
to
play
defend
this.
Dave right now, Josh?
Yes.
Because something. No, I'm not gonna. I am going to defend him to an extent, but I'm not defending what he said here.
What? Go ahead.
That nigga suck my dick.
So, anytime you call anyone classless in sports, you sound one of two ways: one, old as fuck,
Or a bitch.
or two, in this climate, that could be a subtle. That could be taken as a cloak for some racist
Racism.
shit.
Because why didn't you call
Easily.
that white girl a classless
And I
piece
do
of
not
shit,
well,
pussy?
because, and I do agree with Dave here. There's a lot of things that are being taken out of context. This girl did it once or twice out of like a reaction, an emotion. What this girl did was she chased her around the court for the last 10 seconds in her face doing that.
As she should. We don't know what she said in her. We gotta watch the basketball game to see what she did.
I'll show you
Yes.
the ending.
Because nigga, that's how shit be growing. Now I don't want to see the ending. I need to see the whole game because people could be talking crazy in the first quarter when they winning,
That's
talking
facts.
crazy in the second quarter when they winning, and then when you winning, yeah, I'm finna rub it in your face now.
Did she
nigga.
do that? You can't see me shit to the girl that did the original.
That's
You
the
can't see
same
me?
bitch. Look at her ugly ass nose. That's the same bitch. So she did it first.
Ah, nah,
See, that's how they try to do me. So you start with me, but then when I do it a little louder and a little better and a little crazier,
It's okay when they do it. It's not okay when I
I'm
do
unhinged
it.
and I'm tripping now. She started it, bitch. You can't just be mad because she did it a little harder.
No, she definitely started, and she didn't start it in this game. This has been kind of her trademark for the
thing.
through the tournament and everything. She's become like a big name, and she had a lot of supporters. And like the thing that kind of
she
is
has a lot
getting
of
ignored
haters.
throughout all of this is how cool this was for female basketball because nobody
Gave a
typically
shit.
gives a shit about this tournament.
Maybe they
And
should do more of this.
it
Now people gonna
was-
watch.
And now here we are, being classless
Here we
and
are.
all.
Well, again, you're blowing the classless thing, and that is something that often gets said. I don't
Pause.
think Dave had become a fan of this other girl over the last couple of games. He's always definitely influenced by where he bets money, and if he has a winner,
I like that.
he'll push, and that narrative will constantly change. So for him to love somebody and hate somebody else, if you don't know Dave and you don't know Barstool,
I don't.
can get perceived as like, oh, this dude just hates this group of people. He hates everybody equally.
I was gonna
he
say,
loves
Dave-
one group, whoever he's betting on, and he hates whoever they're playing against.
I don't
When
know.
you say
I don't-
group, that sounds crazy. You mean
Team.
team? Okay. For
I don't
team.
know
sorry.
much about like Dave Portnoy, but one thing I've noticed about him is he's one of those sports guys that like when he finds something that he doesn't like in sports, like he's one of those people that talk the most shit immediately. You know what I mean? Like just go off basically on anything he doesn't like sports related. So
Yeah,
when you
and
see
these
something
are
like
live
that,
tweets. He has lots of money on these games, and he's betting and talking from a place as a commentator, fan. Like that's all part of his
Oh,
personality.
so he took a L on this one, and he was
Yes.
just saying anything.
What race is he?
Well, he's a
He's
mark.
a white dude.
I'm just
from
not
New
for
England.
no white men calling black women classes pieces of shit.
And that is
We're
the
not doing
point
that.
where I think like that's not the point he's trying to make, but I often see like that's something that definitely gets thrown up by other
Dave
people. as,
Portnoy
like, a
isn't-
Not feeling that.
cloak of racism.
I wouldn't say Dave Portnoy is like the epitome of class either.
I think he should have said that was unsportsmanlike or show some sportsmanship. You feel me?
You can definitely
Classless
use
piece of
other
shit.
words
Dave, suck my dick.
But I also don't think in sports when you're celebrating a national championship that it really matters how you act. You can be classless if you like, as classless as you want. You just won.
Just
She's
win.
excited.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who cares?
I heard,
you worked hard as
passion-driven.
fuck
So,
all year.
I heard another Barstool podcast, shout out Pardon My Take, talking about it this morning. Teams will dump Gatorade on a head coach. That is not a classy thing to do. You will rip clothes off and like you can celebrate in any way you want. That's not classy. Nobody gives a fuck
Yeah,
when you win.
taunting
That's
What
You're
happens if I
classy.
do one of these after I score a shot?
You're allowed to.
Really?
You're allowed to because when you win, you're allowed to do whatever the fuck
can do
you
what
want.
the
in
fuck you
sports.
want.
Like,
You won, nigga.
there shouldn't be any type, and that's just what I was saying before. It's kind of an old way of thinking that there's a class in sports. That's just
You're supposed
that's
to
not
win and
entertaining.
go over there and shake hands.
People
and be
don't want
like,
to
yes,
see
that was a beautiful
that
game.
boring
No, tell them
product.
nigga you was a bitch and you was guarding me all day, nigga, and I dunked on you, nigga. Nuts on your forehead. I dunked on you, nigga. You pussy. That's what you supposed to do, bro.
Nuts on your forehead.
Because if you was on the other hand, that's how they would do you. Even if they would do it to
High
you
chance.
in front of you when they go home and be like, they was shit. We just balled out. That's what you were supposed to do, bro. You worked hard every day, 365 days out the year for this one moment. Let them enjoy that one fucking
Yeah.
moment. Especially, it wasn't just unwarranted. She didn't just
Exactly.
come up and just, no, the bitch did it to
Oh,
her
nah,
before.
yeah.
So she won and just did it to
And
her
honestly,
better.
and
10
we've
seconds isn't
seen
that
it.
long.
We've seen it in so many shows and we've seen it in so many movies. It's not like it could be considered bullying, but like that type of competitiveness, that's what makes a champion. You know what I mean? That's what makes a really good person in any sport. Is like you find someone who puts you down, talks shit on you, tells you ain't gonna do shit with your life, tells you you're not gonna do nothing
Oh,
with this
it's
basketball
that
team,
dude.
and you have someone you want to prove wrong. You're like, fuck this person. I'm gonna be the best person on the team just to prove this fucking person
I
wrong.
hope Dave see
Damn,
this.
this was a sick ass hater. These are gambling ass tweets. LSU played great. It's sad nobody will remember them because the refs stole the show and ruined the game.
And that is another point of the conversation with this game is that this was a really poorly officiated game.
Was it? Did you
I
watch?
didn't. I only watched the ending and then I watched all of this recap. I saw so much more of this than I did the game.
That's a common thing though, right? They always blame the refs. That's what they did with the Super Bowl.
Bro, the refs really be
Blaming
on
the rest,
bullshit
yeah, but they
sometimes.
ended when they take out two of the best players on one team through foul trouble in basketball. That's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. That's
You're
what they
calling way more fouls in this game.
Are
than
they blatant fouls though?
I don't think so. I think they were
Bro.
called much more.
And sometimes when you're in a
Broadly.
championship, bro, you gotta let a little shit pass.
You
bro.
always have to. That's always been the
Gotta let shit
mentality.
pass.
When you get to the finals, like the refs kind of swallow their whistles. You see the best product. You see the most physical games,
Mm-hmm.
the most intense games, and it's really like the most egregious things that you just have to call.
What
swallow
the
their
fuck was
whistles.
that? Did y'all hear that?
For real.
Helicopter.
Oh, that was wild.
Dude, but
I'm taking my other ear off.
look,
That shit
before
was
we got
crazy.
I
the
didn't
roof
like that.
worked on, that shit used to be so much louder.
Oh, that's
Honestly, that
insane.
shit made me feel a
Yeah,
little
I
bit of
didn't like that.
anxiety.
I was
fool.
like, niggas, there's some aliens dropping on this shit. What the fuck was that? Y'all couldn't. I don't know if y'all could hear that at home, but it was crazy.
Nah, they can't hear that
No
shit.
cap.
Or maybe, who knows?
But nah, bro, you gotta let these motherfuckers win how they want to win, dog.
For real, for real.
for real. Like, don't do that,
Celebrating is like a thing.
nigga. You know they fine people in the NFL when you go to the end zone and do certain shit.
For you young kids, that's called an emote celebration.
That's a fact.
An emote?
That's a fact.
I still didn't even say it right.
They're like, an emote. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's her
He's
emote.
happy.
Even if it is a little aggressive. What's this? Who's
He
that?
got plastic surgery. You a grown
No,
ass
he
man.
didn't. But this guy accused him of it, so
my
he'll
God,
just
crazy.
so he retweeted it saying, "I'll take that as a W."
Saying he thinks like that means I'm handsome or some shit.
Pretty much is
That
what
nigga
that,
said he got hair plugs. What the fuck is a hair plug? I ain't gonna lie.
That's
I
the
don't know
turkey
you,
stuff.
Dave. I just told you suck my dick because you can't be telling young black women that they just classless pieces of shit. Tell her that she was unsportsmanlike and you didn't like her conduct on the field or on the court whatsoever. But classless piece of shit, nigga. The white girl wasn't no classless piece of shit
Here,
when
ready?
she started it.
This is the comparison where it's like people are saying it's not.
Oh, he
the
said,
same.
oh, right here. But they did the same thing.
She just did it a little harder, and she won. She should be able to. Cause didn't the bitch just do it mid game when they wasn't even winning?
Oh, she just keeps following her doing it.
Or was that at the end when she won last game? Or that's just like after a shot? Is that the
It
end
was
of
like
the
not
game?
that
that was like
bad.
after a shot reacting to like a hard play.
See, you didn't even win, and you out here antagonizing shit, but they just won,
But it
right?
was during a close game. Yeah, that's at the end of a game when again her team's off celebrating and she's running around trying to get in this girl's face.
As you should.
I like it.
I love it. I love it.
Because it's kind of funny because during the whole game, I'm sure the other team was up, you know what I mean? And she's just like, fuck you, we're going to win this
The
game.
bitch did it to her
No, they were
before.
down. They were down for most of the second half.
So
if
you
not all
know
of
they
it.
was talking shit.
Yeah.
For sure they was talking shit. Then you got this upset and you won. I know that bitch was probably in her ear, running her mouth. That's how basketball motherfuckers do, talking shit every play. Man, they suck my dick, bro.
For real.
Well,
He out of line for that.
yeah.
You gotta choose you. It's not what you say sometimes, it's how you say it.
It looks like Boosie reacted to the same news as well.
Oh,
right?
Oh
he
yeah,
cut
because
down the
Boosie's a
shit.
big LSU fan.
Oh, really?
Louisiana.
Yeah.
And probably
yes,
because they
yes.
was playing his music in the locker room after they won.
Yeah, but he goes like all the football games, basketball games.
that's
and
right.
Shit.
He viral. That's why the youth love Boosie, bro. Cause he's the youngest old nigga ever.
He's always having a good ass time. Bruh, Boosie just like lives
He's
his
the
best
man.
life, bro.
Bro, this nigga has a
at all
million
times.
random people in his house throwing the party. This nigga Boosie is different.
I love this when he was cutting down the hoop at his house.
He cutting down the hoop at his house.
No, that's hilarious.
Like he just won.
Like he
That's
just
dope,
won.
fool.
This nigga's hilarious.
And again, this is sick because it's a women's basketball that does not really ever get the coverage that men's basketball gets.
It's just cause it's like, nigga, we from Louisiana, we won, we celebrating. I feel it.
That's civic pride at its finest.
This isn't Dave's best move, but I don't think he was racist with this. So
Dave could suck my dick. Stop calling
I
black
think he's
women
good.
pieces of
I
shit.
think that was a poor loser gambling debt vibe.
yeah, and that if you know Dave is extremely consistent with his brand. It's not geared towards racism whatsoever. It's picking and choosing that stuff that
He said worse things, I think, right?
he has said way worse things about way worse people.
Yeah. He has like hot takes all the time. Where's this other news we have here? It just says masked thieves.
Let's see it. I like them. Lame.
Masked thieves use pickup
did you watch
trucks to
this?
break into 2 ATMs, get away with 80K in cash.
Damn,
guys,
that's a
this is
lick.
this
Did you
is
see it?
yeah, I seen this.
This is dope.
This is an old school way. This is like the most classic way of stealing money from ATM is pull up with the car, chain up to it, and then drive away. I've seen
Oh,
this.
these fools are moving quick.
Yeah,
They know. You
yeah.
can tell they know what they're doing.
Exactly. And you know what?
So do you think they worked on one of these?
Yeah, well, I don't think they worked. I think they've done this before, but I have to say that I'm not a fan of like breaking the law or stealing money or anything like that. But the
Man, this money's
the
insured.
teamwork that they did here is I love it, bro. Like they're working together.
No, they know what their jobs
as
are.
soon as he sees that it's all locked up, he just runs to the driver door. They don't have to communicate. They've done this before a million times. Backs up to get a little inertia, to get a little better pull on the chain, and then boom, bro, that's crazy.
Just
And you
came
could tell they
right
know
out.
exactly what they were doing because I've seen some people try it and have their whole, what is it, a bender? They had a
Yeah.
whole bender come right the fuck off. So these niggas knew exactly what
You
they
mean
was
fender?
doing. Bender, whatever it
No,
is.
that was a combination of
Or
fender and bumper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fender,
yeah.
I like
bender,
valid,
bumper.
valid.
I'll call them benders.
You gotta know.
It was a bender.
Front, back. The fender's the front, the bender the back. You feel me?
Well, you know,
your fender and your bender.
The back fender, the bender.
Yeah, the bender.
Pickup trucks tend to have like some of the best tow hitches. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
they probably stuck it to the
No,
tow
it's
hitch.
to the toe hitch.
Yeah.
Now these fools knew the job when they signed up. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they
Facts.
some real boys.
What is the
I
charge
wish a
for?
nigga put me on this at
That's
17.
what I'm saying.
Boy, nigga, I would have been hitting every ATM in a fucking America, nigga. It was crazy. We was running their houses doing dumb shit. Nigga could have not fucked
I mean,
with
it's
no
a
people.
felony.
Yeah, it's
Duh.
definitely a felony. But honestly,
But it's
if-
not a dangerous crime. They didn't harm nobody.
Facts.
They're good.
Yeah, it's non-violent,
That
right?
part, non-violent crime.
Is
they
it
are good.
It's
I guess?
non-violent.
If they get caught without any
Violence
weapons or
is
guns,
harming a human.
yeah. But also, if they get caught with weapons, then it could be violent. But if they get caught with no weapons, just the cash, it's like, and a fucking chain and a hook.
They left the license plate on the truck.
I know, that's wild.
Yeah,
Well,
that's wild as fuck.
Well, they probably put a
No, they stole
different
the
one.
truck and they left the truck wherever.
Yeah.
after they-
Oh, that's a
this
cool
not
lick.
their truck.
Go ahead.
That's
go
the
ahead.
most.
stole it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
they
most.
normal
shit.
move. That's casual. Yeah.
That's the
go
most
ahead.
common thing. Is like you notice that the cars are always usually just stolen.
What about this for you pothead ass fools?
This
Well, not
next news that we have here. This is actually really great news, guys. So we're talking about how the NBA is going to allow people to smoke weed, and the whole I'm a big pothead here, and people think I excessively smoke weed. They're like, of course you're hyped on this. All
I
that
do.
shit.
do smoke a
But
gang of
I
fucking
chain
weed.
smoke all day.
And
He smokes the most, I think, of anyone.
no,
I smoke every couple hours, sometimes back to back to back to back.
go.
You guys. Oh yeah, we've done the music stream together. You fools be.
I chain smoke.
you're a fake pothead.
Hell yeah, I don't want to blaze it right now.
But
It's just
honestly,
retarded.
the main benefit of this whole NBA live ban for players to smoke weed is like, bro, people in the NBA get injured so much. Not even if you don't get injured, they put their body through so much stress. They're always dealing with probably knee pain, ankle pain, like just body pains in general. And you go to a doctor, you tell them, hey, my body really hurts, I can't go to sleep at night. They give you prescription pills. And I've seen so many stories. I've had personal stories of people in my life. They go to the doctor for pain, right? They get prescribed certain pills and they end up dying from liver failure.
Damn.
And when they could have just, had other ways of dealing with the pain or even just dealt with the pain, but they end up dying from liver failure
I'm
instead.
gonna be sick. I die from liver failure.
And so many, like not just NBA stars, but like football players, a lot of sports, sports
It's a holistic thing now.
athletes, they take painkillers and they end up either getting addicted, they damage their livers, they damage their bodies in other ways, where weed is definitely going to be a huge help for them to like deal with body, like just pain in general.
And your guys' cultures, did your like grandmas or older aunts or whatever have like a little jar of alcohol and weed
no.
as like a topical ointment?
No. In Russian culture, weed is like heroin. Like they look very down on it.
Fuck no, my granny ain't never smoked a day in her life.
Nah, well, my grandma didn't blaze it either, but what I'm saying is she had like a jar with like the weed like fermenting in it as like a topical solution for achy joints and shit like that.
She was ahead of her time, bro.
It's a thing.
That's crazy.
That's that Mexican shit.
Yeah.
Not only that, but
I was gonna try to look for a photo, but I was like, yeah.
That's
fuck it.
that Aztec Mexican shit. I like it.
and that's that shit where it's like, bro, we can learn
That's that
so much
shit.
from like, our not just like our grandparents,
Indigenous people.
not just indigenous people, but just from people who are older than us. They've been they're they're at an old age for
A lot of
fucking.
these old ass people be popping perks, nigga.
That's true. That's
Indigenous
true.
people, nigga.
Indigenous people as
Yeah.
well. But is your mom indigenous?
Nigga.
My grandma is.
Your grandma?
Duh, you
It was
fucking
like-
Mexican. If you go back a couple, they're always gonna be indigenous, nigga.
Okay, that's true.
Come
yeah,
on,
but
Yuri.
I'm thinking
you gotta
like
get your history. You not that smart,
Bro,
I be thinking
when
you're
you're
smart
when you're
as
saying
fuck
when you're
'cause the
saying
glasses.
when you're saying
He not
indigenous,
that
I'm thinking
smart.
like
He's a
living
fake
off.
nerd?
I'm thinking like living off
Yeah.
the.
He like a video game nerd, not like an intelligence nerd.
Indigenous
that.
could be the Aztec people. It could be
Yeah.
the Native American people. It
Okay,
could be
okay.
the
It doesn't mean
Eskimos.
It don't mean you
It
never
could-
got human contact with civilization,
Well,
nigga.
by
the fuck?
well by that example, like we're all basically fucking indigenous
No.
by some
No,
example.
no.
no.
You're
You-
indigenous to some area.
Me
No.
and you come from like Western
Eastern.
It's not indigenous about nothing.
Europe
Eastern.
descendants.
Yeah. Now me and him would be some descendants of some indigenous people, sir.
If you go to my village, we live in.
Well, I know Russia.
Buttfuck
It,
nowhere.
it gets real shaky once you go because they're not. Russia is not like a ethnicity, bro. You go to the east part of it, these motherfuckers will look Asian.
It's like
you go to the west
25% of
part
the
of it,
planet.
they'll look white.
Yeah, it's
They'll-
hella-
you go to the south, they'll look like some whole different shit. So you can't just
It's
put
hella
Russian.
mixed.
It's,
No,
it's very
exactly.
mixed, and a
And
lot of them are living up in the hills
crazy.
and never seen people.
And
that's civilized.
I just watched the video about like same thing in Mexico. You know what I mean? Like we think of Mexico and we think of like people are Mexican, but no, you go to Mexico, it's the same thing in Russia where they have all these crazy separate communities that have their own separate cultures, and sometimes
There's even Haitians in TJ right now as we speak.
really
That's
that have
insane.
been living there for a long ass time.
Maybe like the past decade or something, they've definitely been migrating there.
Okay.
They couldn't get over because TJ
Yeah, that was
the
a big
easiest
thing
border
because
cross.
they were trying
to get here and they
to
just
get
couldn't.
here. Exactly.
Then they
That would
hit
make
Trump's
sense.
wall.
We gotta just stay and don't. Well, they don't. Nah, they don't speak Spanish. They speak something else.
Do you guys think that there's any
They're starting to speak Spanish now,
They
baby.
speak French, right?
Yeah,
Haitians?
Creole.
Yes, Creole.
Yo, do you guys think there's any like negative aspects to NBA lifting the weeds like
No.
ban? You think that like some
These are
guys?
athletes.
Possibly for rookies, yeah.
Yeah.
I think for rookies, yeah. You know when you
That's a smart thing
nigga,
to
you
say.
go from college and then now you're rich as fuck and you could smoke weed. That rookie
out.
year make or break you. You could either be in that mindset, you get under a Kobe type nigga and he on your head, y'all up 5 a.m. or you could go up under a nigga like Josh Smith or something, nigga, and then you getting high. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think this is going to have minimal impact. This is like a small win for the players because most states now it's legal.
Yeah.
where they are. Like it's not.
But the NBA in general bans it though, right?
I
Or
think
they
if
had
you're
a ban on
already
it.
used to
like-
the league schedule, you're good. But if you a rookie, bro, and you just starting to just smoke hella weed, I guarantee you that'll throw you
Yeah,
off.
But
that
I
was the
think
move.
most of the rookies who were successful, who were smoking weed or even getting to the NBA, were definitely still smoking weed and
But
had
they
ways
wasn't
around it.
millionaires. They wasn't millionaires though.
If you're
Josh.
telling me that Ja Morant hasn't been smoking weed for a while,
But
I'd be
I guarantee you,
highly-
your use would skyrocket when now they're not testing for it.
So do you think we're going to see?
I don't know if it gets skyrockets. I think they were already using it and they were doing just as much to try to hide it.
Oh,
And
like
I think, but
piss
now,
tests and shit
but
like
that's
that.
like me. I don't know if you niggas been on probation where you get drug tested. I have. I've been on probation, and
Hell
when I was
yeah.
on probation, yes, I was still smoking, and I was doing anything to beat my test. But the moment they told me they weren't testing no more, nigga, I'm chain fucking smoking all day. I know I'm not an athlete, but I'm just saying, if they're not testing for it, why wouldn't I just up it up a little notch? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you gotta
But
realize
did you
everybody.
smoking weed change anything? Like, were you more likely to do something that your probation officers would be pissed about?
Yeah. And I'm not going to school now, nigga, because I'm high as fuck. Yeah.
But these are adults. These are
I
NBA
get it.
players.
They athletes, but everybody don't got that mindset. You know how many niggas go to the league and be out that motherfucker within 3 years because they just don't got the determination. They just don't.
Yeah.
They just don't got
Imagine
it.
The work
fucking
ethic.
off your whole ass dream.
Bro, I watch little mini docs all the time of niggas who go to the league and then within 3 years they're in fucking China in the G League because they wasn't determined, they wasn't getting up early, they wasn't doing what you had to do to stay on the team.
Yo, so
now imagine if you a nigga like that and now you can smoke.
Yeah, I mean,
China's not even gonna
it
take that
multiplies
ass
the
no more.
You're
laziness for
fucked.
sure. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Hey,
But if we're talking about the Chris Pauls and these elite basketball players, of course it's not going to affect
Yeah,
them.
if
But
it's
I'm
a
not talking
Kobe,
about
yeah.
that. I'm talking about your average nigga who on the bench, your average seventh man or eighth man, nigga, that might just kick him off the team, nigga. No cap. He's smoking a little more, a little less practice. I guarantee you.
Yo,
For
do you-
some people who aren't elite athletes, I think it'll fuck them up a little bit.
Do you guys think, with this new ban, we're going to see a certain NBA stars taking photos at Cookies, like, yo, shout out to Cookies, thanks for the 3 pounds of weed.
Oh,
like,
it's going up
Facts.
now.
Now niggas could get sponsorships and shit.
That's
Hell yeah.
crazy.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's a
fire.
very good point.
they're gonna get the craziest sponsorships from weed brands.
What I'm saying is, like, Kevin Durant did this interview with Letterman and admitted on it. Like, I'm high right
last
now.
year.
Is
Last
that
year.
during the league or
The-
after?
It doesn't matter. It's like in your system. So it's
How?
like,
Some niggas smoke during the season and some niggas smoke after.
but during training and everything, like, I'm pretty sure they start testing once training camp starts. And if you had been smoking before then, it's going to be in you.
Yeah.
So you can't
Within-
be smoking leading
If
up
you
to it.
rich, bro, I was flushing that shit out and I'm broke, nigga. You rich, you can flush that shit out.
What I'm saying is, I think the NBA has been turning like a
I'm sure
pretty
it's different
blind
with
eye to this
probation
for a
for-
while now, and now they don't have to worry about pleading ignorance. They can just let it go.
Yeah.
I don't think this is solving any problems, you know?
I don't think it is at all. I'm just saying I know niggas who like me who just happen, a nigga who just luckily got into the league because
I
he
mean,
tall, he got a
senseless
little
fines
skills.
and shit, this is what it's going to like. This is a player win. Like, this is them in contract negotiations trying to give something to the player side. Like, now there's not going to be stupid fucking fines for testing positive and having to miss X amount of games, pay X amount of money.
I wonder what they gave up to get that.
Probably nothing.
You know how like
No, they
there's that
definitely are
one
gonna
famous
give
shot
something.
of Kobe where he's like holding the trophy, smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna see someone like holding
Smoking a
the trophy, smoking a
blunt?
backwood,
Fuck no.
just like yeah.
No, because I don't
That's
think you can
crazy.
smoke weed in a stadium.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
but they could smoke a cigar.
You had the cigar, it wasn't lit.
He'll have a.
And if it
backwood
was
that's not
lit, I think that was probably at a parade or something
I see.
when you're outside and it don't matter.
Who's that one UFC fighter? Like, he's like a brother who like finished that UFC match, and then he immediately was like smoking on a vape pen, like during the press conferences.
Oh, you're talking about the Diaz?
The Diaz brothers, yeah,
Brothers,
like people really got
he was
upset
Nate,
about
right?
that.
Wondering what you meant.
Yeah, during one of his fights, he like won the fight and then came out all fucked up, and he was like smoking a vape pen. They're like, he's like, shit helps with my
It
fucking
was
pain.
probably Nate.
Okay. But yeah, people
Nate
were upset.
Diaz.
They were like, bro, like, you're making boxing look bad, or like, you're like promoting this negative shit. I don't know.
Niggas be hating.
Damn, the copyright strike. Eminem's AI cat rap creator Grande has been smacked with a copyright strike against his popular YouTube video, which has now been taken down. Taking to Twitter on Sunday, the YouTuber posted a letter from the video streaming platform confirming the copyright strike filed by Universal Music Publishing Group, which signed Eminem to a worldwide exclusive admin agreement back in
2007.
2007.
I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but as soon as I seen the AI cover shit, I went down like a fucking a rabbit hole of that shit for like 3 hours, nigga.
Tell me about it.
And bro, nigga, just go home and listen to Lil Uzi Codeine Crazy AI cover. Fucked my head up. Remo, you heard it? Bro.
I've seen a couple of ones.
What's wrong with it?
It's crazy. Nigga, you have Lil Uzi doing Codeine Crazy by Future.
And it sounds exactly like him and everything.
Nigga. And then, nigga, the Kanye West ones?
Yeah, that I was gonna
it's
say.
a million of them.
I've been listening to the Kanye
It's
ones.
a million of the Kanye West ones.
They can make Kanye sing anything.
Anything, bro. I heard a Kanye Marvin's Room cover, nigga.
That's hard,
It's
fool.
crazy,
And the-
bro.
and the way
just put in AI cover on YouTube, nigga, and it
I
all
think you
pop
fools
up,
just
bro.
fucking ruined my life.
It all pop
Bro.
up, bro. I was watching it
Do you
for
think
hours
Drake
yesterday.
just heard some Kanye AI diss someone sent his way and just had to
It's very possible.
just respond to it, even though he knew it wasn't
Oh
real?
my god, that'd be insane.
Hey,
But
so we could get Tupac AI covers now?
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
I
bro.
mean, that's been something you can get for a while. I feel like.
A Tupac AI cover?
and it's so weird
Yes,
because
I
it's
feel
like,
that was the first AI.
I'm not sure.
well, it was a hologram.
They've had this technology up for a
I
while.
like
Yeah.
you.
But I was gonna say like they also like that AI thing can mimic how people talk. Like the way the way we all say, you know, the dog jumped over the fence, we're all gonna say it differently. You know what I mean? Like they're able to mimic the way we say certain words and express ourselves and everything. It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, bro. And some of them sound better than others. But the Lil Uzi one, bro, is spot on. A lot of these Kanye ones, bro, they're spot the fuck on. And then a lot of the songs, they're doing them with people that sounds like him. Like, so when you put Kanye over some Drake shit, it just sounds like Kanye wrote it. Like, what was that song? Fuck. Drake did it. Find Your Love. That was supposed to be on 808s and Heartbreak. And then they did the Find Your Love and put the Kanye over it, bro. It just sounds like a Kanye song. This shit is just crazy. Bro.
What do you
It's
think
crazy.
about these labels like taking down these like YouTubers making these AI songs? It's kind of like
It's valid.
When
It's
you sign
valid,
a
it's
deal,
justified,
bro,
right?
when you
It's
sign a
valid.
deal, bro, certain people, what comes with it is they own your likeness and
Your voice.
and your voice, and well, not even your voice, your name, your rapper name, and your likeness. Like some niggas, bro.
No, they own your voice too. The lady who does Bart Simpson's voice, she's not allowed to do that voice.
Anywhere else.
Like if it's not meant for the show. Like
That's because she's, bro.
Guys.
That's different from being a rapper. That's because that voice is specifically meant for a character.
Yeah, yeah.
You
But
can't
it's her
tell
voice,
me,
technically.
You can't tell me I can't do my voice somewhere else. But when you specifically do that voice for a character, that's different.
It's
but
like-
like they own your likeness and shit like that. So these AIs, that's your likeness technically.
Kanye has the most AI covers, huh? I just saw
It's a
Kanye
million.
West. Today was a good day cover.
Bro.
I kind of banged it.
It's a million, bro.
for
It's a
some reason they
million.
have hella Kanye ones. Maybe just the most viral.
He was one of the first ones, maybe because he does the most public speaking.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of shit that you could put into the AI's what is it?
Program. I don't know. Like
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like once you could put into the AI system to
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you know, and he has a lot of speaking.
the
So,
more you like put into it, like the better it works.
I don't know if y'all remember, bro, when Kevin Gates tried to get out his deal, he had to buy his name, Kevin Gates, from them.
Wow.
So when shit like your likeness and your name, they'll own it. So doing these AIs that sounds just like people, I think that's real scary for artists, bro. That's weird as fuck. A nigga could just make a song for you. And just imagine all the beef that niggas could start.
I like
all
it.
the beef. That's insane, bro. A nigga could just put your name in, and I watched the nigga do it, and it's somebody sitting behind the mic that's actually saying it, and then they put it through the
A
shit.
voice modulator of some sort?
Yeah,
Wow.
like when he's talking, just like me regularly talking, but it's coming out through the system as Kanye. So it's a nigga talking at home that's re-recording it for the
Yes.
program that I seen. A nigga did a YouTube tutorial and he just had a program where it's just him and he's just talking and it sounds like Kanye.
That's fucking
shit's
crazy.
crazy, bro. So I mean, yeah, they might as well get to taking. I don't think.
Label aside, it's like, bro, if I was an artist and someone is on YouTube is using my voice to make their own little parody songs and they're getting 1 million views and making, 10, 15K a month like off my voice, I'd copyright strike them too. I'd be like, no,
I
bro.
would definitely
You
want some
don't
of that
got a
bread.
copyright striker, but you could just claim and monetize it.
That's true.
And all of that money go right to you.
Yeah,
I'd
let's
just be
not
like,
knock
yo,
it down. Let's keep that bread.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I would be like, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna copyright shit, nigga. I'm gonna claim and monetize it.
No facts. Yeah,
that
I
was
would. I
me-
would for sure claim it at least. Be like, bro,
Hell yeah,
that's
especially
my
if I'm
fucking
going
voice.
viral.
Yeah.
I'm listening to
monetizing
all the
that.
Kanye covers today.
It's
And
crazy, bro.
And it's like that.
crazy. I
That
was at home
argument.
Tell me another crazy one to look up. Oh, like you said, the little Uzi Vert.
I gotta look, cause I was just doing this like yesterday. Nigga, Kanye West Munch. I died.
Munch.
I died.
Oh my god, bro.
I died, nigga. Kanye West Munch AI cover, bro. I was like, what the? Oh, Michael Jackson. I sent it to my granny. They got Michael Jackson AI covers, and I sent it to my granny, and I was like, this is crazy, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm like, my granny are like this. They got Michael Jackson AI covers.
What'd you send her?
Let me see. It wasn't nothing crazy. I think it might have been a Weekend song.
Oh, that's dope. See, things like that, that's wholesome.
I feel it coming.
Wholesome suspect.
I kind of want to talk
I
about this
feel
young
it
Mike guy because I know
But
about
Michael
this
Jackson.
Dude.
Hard.
Crazy, nigga. I sent that shit
I
to my
can see- I
granny
can see
like
it already. Hard
shit
as
like
fuck.
this. It was crazy, bro. It kind of sounded like Michael, but you can tell he would have did it with much more
He would've
like
freaked it a little
emotion.
crazier,
Yeah,
yep.
like he would have did it a little better. But
Yo,
just
have
give
you
it a couple years.
have you guys heard of this YouTuber called Young Mike?
No, but
Nah,
we're
but I
about it.
seen it,
Bro,
with the
this-
blackface shit. I
This
seen
dude, you know Fulcrum.
I think so.
Coming like he like smokes in public places and shit like that.
think so.
There's like
I gotta
Fulcrum.
see his face.
There's a lot of weed.
He came and did an interview probably 2 months ago
Yeah.
with Adam, and Yuri was on it as well.
and it's it
Oh,
has,
you
has like
found
over
I know
out
who
that
it
day,
is.
right?
what?
That's when you found out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Understandable.
But,
Isn't that like your?
That's fine.
That's your big homie in
Exactly.
the YouTube world.
No, that's not his. That's Ice Poseidon.
Ah,
Oh
Ice
my
Poseidon. There we
God,
go.
okay.
You're right.
Anyways,
Ice
That's what I was
Poseidon.
thinking of. That's his big homie.
Yeah,
on YouTube
it's not
world.
him.
to get to the
Okay.
point is Young Mike. I found
Ice
his YouTube
Poseidon?
like a long time ago, bro. He was like one of the first like weed YouTubers that I found where he was like already like doing music shit, but I found his videos where he'd be in his car smoking
That's a
blunts.
gay ass name, huh?
Yes.
He'd be like in his car smoking blunts and like talking about
Poseidon
shit.
don't live in ice. That
But,
but, in the
uh,
ocean.
Yo, this guy is like kind of like one of those prank type YouTubers where he does a lot of crazy
Whoa,
viral shit.
this fool's
Random
an
face
idiot.
tats are ridiculous.
This fool's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's dumb as fuck.
And
Why
he's-
would you do that?
He's, you know, obviously he's Hispanic. He's not like a white dude, but he did this video where
Still idiotic.
he put on basically blackface and
And
let's
what'd
see.
he do?
He
I
said
didn't
he
watch the
didn't
video.
know that it was blackface. And look, in his defense, I know a lot of people who do this blackface shit. They'll do it and then leave the video up. As soon as he's heard in his head, he didn't know what blackface was. That's what he said. He said, I didn't know what blackface was. And as soon as I found out that this was a thing called blackface, I didn't drop the video. That's what he said.
And honestly, Young Mike, he's very young. He's like Duno's age or younger. Like I could
No
see him,
excuses.
I could see him potentially not knowing that.
I
Dude,
could.
that thing.
And
that-
I'm black, and I be on shit like that. I be on shit like that tough. But I can definitely see how he could be. Nigga, he's a fucking Texas little Hispanic kid. How the fuck?
Exactly.
He might not know what blackface is.
It's such a
He
w-
might not, but that's that's no excuse though.
Yeah.
Lack of knowledge, you still did some weird
Yeah.
shit just because you don't know.
No,
Lack
facts.
of knowledge is not an excuse to do some stupid
but
shit.
he apologized and like, but yeah, ignorance is not an excuse. But if you can say like, bro, my bad, I completely didn't know. Like, I'm learning from my mistakes here. It's like, you know, then you got to let people grow and shit like that. If I were to misgender you, it's like, well, you can just cancel me forever.
None of
Like,
that because when I seen people reacting to it, it kind of threw me off guard because me doing this video, damn sure ain't no fucking blackface. Just because you are painting your body black, that don't fucking mean that you're doing blackface. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Y'all want to make everything about everything. Nigga can't even do a prank video no more. You can't even do a gay prank video without offending the gay peoples. You can't do a black prank video without offending the black people. You can't do shit nowadays. But y'all niggas are soft. Because the fact that y'all don't know and y'all talking out of context and y'all thinking I'm doing blackface, why the fuck would a Mexican be doing blackface? That's a fucking white person thing. And then y'all gonna say that's racist, right? But shut the fuck up. Let me talk. Y'all got me fucked up if y'all
Don't
think
come
I'm
in
doing
here.
blackface.
Do not
Why the
come
fuck
in
would I
here.
do blackface? And post that shit on the internet. Nigga, y'all gotta think and use your fucking brain for a second. It's a prank video.
the way Almighty was explaining it, he seemed a little bit more apologetic. He seems a little bit less apologetic.
and then
in
he
this
throwing
video.
the
Well, he
nigga
just went through
around
shit.
every
Okay.
3 words.
I
He
was just
throwing
gonna
nigga.
ask that,
He's
like,
hurting. He's hurting his.
If I just got
He's hurting
accused
it.
of doing blackface, even if that was part of my vernacular, I'd maybe pause.
Be like, yo, my
Yeah.
bad, guys.
Nah, he's
On
not
that.
thinking about it like that because he
You're
really
right.
genuinely didn't think about it like that. You know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
like
And
Almighty said,
Mexicans
though,
in
is
Texas
that
talk like that,
excusable?
just like Mexicans.
Yeah.
yeah.
But is that excusable though?
Yes. I didn't see
It's
nothing
tough,
wrong with
bro.
it. I don't think he saw anything wrong with it.
I didn't see nothing wrong with it,
But
but
just
it stuck
because
out.
you don't see,
It
if
stuck
you
out.
don't, at however old he is,
It stuck out. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, where you from though? Do Mexicans say nigga in New York? Y'all don't even have.
They don't even have
Mexicans.
Mexicans like
That's
that.
why it's a little different. Me being from
We
here,
know there's New Yorker Mexicans. We know,
I
just
know,
not a
but
lot.
They're generally
No.
Spanish niggas.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? So that's
Puerto
a little
Rican,
different.
Dominican.
And that's Afro Latino. You feel me?
Yeah.
You
He
a
said
Spanish nigga.
Spanish
But
That's
niggas.
what they call them, Spanish niggas.
Yeah, I
you feel
got
me?
it.
But like,
I know.
so it might be a little different hearing a Latino say nigga for you. For me, that's every day.
It's
Yeah.
casual shit.
It's every day because I grew up with them.
And the culture
and
in
they say that.
the culture in Texas is different. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Like, it's like
It
way,
is,
way
but
different.
they gangbang with they niggas. Like, they're together. They call them Migos. Like, they like that. You feel me? So it's a little different.
Yeah.
but again, does it just because he didn't know?
excuses though.
Does that make it excusable?
Well, I have to say
That's
that
like how do you not know even in like the most?
I have to say for myself, honestly, you know, like I'm not the smartest person in
I'd
the
really
world,
like
but
to
like
see the
I
video.
really did not know the history of blackface, of the whole history of like the performances and the red lipstick and then the full blackface, all that. I didn't know about any of that stuff until I was like 23, 24, and it had to like someone had to tell me about it, and then I had to do my own separate research and be like, oh shit, this is what they were
Big
talking
court.
about it. Talking about like I really didn't know about any of that stuff. I would not have done that type of video, but we don't know the context of the video. Of what was the point of it? You know what I mean? Like why did he
Yeah,
have
that's
to be
what I wanna
completely
know.
painted
I need
black?
to know the context, but I do want to say,
Like,
he's
was he hiding against a black wall and trying to like scare
Oh,
people?
yeah.
Like,
that is valid.
as a prank.
Flacco.
Oh, what's up,
Flacco,
big
you tell us.
Flacocito?
Why was he painted up in black? All black.
Shout out to Flacco wearing the fan first shirt though.
Why are you wearing like these like headphones that makes you seem like
Oh,
you
you
gotta wear a
work
helmet
out
too?
You
Oh,
finna go
fuck.
work out? Damn.
Yeah, so like, and it was a prank, and
I'm
we
clipping
never
that.
actually seen a video, so like
We'll never know.
we like don't know, right? So he actually like he like posted up like a picture, like to say, yo, listen, new prank dropping soon, check it out. Like not knowing that people would have been tripping on him, you know. But you don't know what the prank was. No.
Yeah,
But-
I think that's really important too. If we see the context of what the prank was, like if he was going in there trying to do like acting like a nigga, then you fucked. But if you
Yeah.
just go in there
Kid
trying to
too,
get a
so-
weird reaction
right?
because your body is painted, we gotta know the
No,
context.
Josh was saying that he was potentially trying to camouflage against the black wall.
That's fucking funny.
I'm saying too, like, what's the
That's funny.
circumstances? Like, you're trying to pop out and scare people as a prank,
You're
and you
ruthless.
put
Yuri.
yourself against a black wall. Okay, like.
All right,
Now
that's understandable.
blackface,
That's
like
not
out of-
blackface.
that's not blackface.
That's not
and-
blackface.
Right, you're taking this
That's
out of
hiding.
context.
That's
and
stealth.
Yeah, that's not blackface.
If you're riding the bus home, people
That's
are going to
Splinter
ask a
Cell
lot
shit.
of questions,
Yeah.
but there's nothing racially motivated by that shit.
That's a fact. That you and your Splinter Cell shit. That's
Also,
not really. You feel me? He's trying to be
Being
covert.
ignorant is also not an excuse at the same
not.
time, though.
It's not.
Fucking idiot.
It's not. Ignorance is never an excuse, bro. Ever.
Yo,
Definitely
Mike,
not. It's not. But
open your eyes, homie.
if he was trying to blend in with a wall, that's not blackface.
That's
bro.
hilarious.
But if you posting up, taking pictures and shit with your blackface, that's blackface.
Do you remember that scene in
I thought you can ask. Do you remember?
Zoolander when Ben Stiller's working in the coal mines with his like family?
Oh
And
yeah.
he puts like coal all over himself and like is in the corner and jumps out and scares them.
Yes.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I can see that. I can see that.
Look at you. Go ahead, Josh.
This isn't like some like Justin Trudeau shit where he's like trying to look Arabian. You know what I mean? Like
Wow, throwing presidents under the bus. I like
a
it.
terrible
That
president.
was also a weird idea to like try to make yourself look more tan to look like Aladdin.
Yeah.
Lame. He could have just
Yeah,
went and
that
got
was
a
crazy.
fucking spray tan.
Aladdin was already like whitewashed. Like you can just be white and look like Aladdin.
Fool, he's trying to be geologically correct with his shit.
And
That's
how did that work
insane.
out?
That's insane.
I know.
I ain't gonna lie. Not a good look, my boy.
Like
Niggas could do
Suspect said,
tans.
sometimes it's just not worth to do everything all at once. You gotta
That's a
let that
fact.
shit just be for a minute.
You gotta let that shit just be for a minute, bro.
I don't know who the hell
That's
Pretty
different.
Ricky Baby Blue
What?
is.
What?
Damn, you are so not a nigga and it shows.
Oh yeah, this fool's stupid.
Oh, really?
This fool's disgusting. Not you, fool. This fool.
You said he's disgusting?
The hell's that?
He was fucking COs. Why are you disgusting?
I thought they were guys.
No.
Oh,
You
my
gotta
bad,
watch
fool.
the
That's really where your
video.
head just went at?
Yes. I saw the clip the other day or yesterday, and I was like, this was bragging about getting boned by all the COs.
I had a lot of bad bitch COs in jail.
Oh, he's the man. He's the man. I'm gonna get this fool on my wife's show.
It goes down in prison, man. It goes down. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, it goes down.
He said,
I'm doing a piss test for the probation officer. I'm in the bathroom. You know, you got to piss in the cup. As soon as I whip my dick out, the probation officer's like, pretty Ricky.
That's insane.
That's hysterical.
That's fire, fool.
That's insane.
That's great.
But that would make sense. But a nigga went in there rich as fuck. The nigga was in there taking pictures. The nigga had all kind of shit. But yeah, bro, you from Pretty Ricky, bro. You low-key got unlimited hoes for the rest of your life.
Who is Pretty Ricky?
Pretty Ricky is a group, dog. This is crazy. You are so
This is the
fucking
first time I'm
uncultured.
hearing this in my
You
life.
are so
Yuri,
uncultured.
This is what
crazy.
makes me feel like sometimes I feel like I'm was out of the echo chamber because I didn't hear about things growing up in New Hampshire. I know about Pretty Ricky.
I know about a lot of stuff, but Pretty Ricky, I've never heard of that.
It's Baby Blue. He's Baby Blue.
Pretty Ricky is a group of like 5 niggas. They were singers in like 2004, 5, 6, and they were huge.
Tell them
for
what
a
their number
minute,
one hit
bro.
is.
So you
What's the
guys were
number one
boy
hit?
band fans, is what you're saying.
They were not a boy band. Nah.
They
weren't a boy band.
So
and I was like 7.
Boy
I
band
couldn't have
is
been
like
a fan of that shit.
Boys to Men or some crazy shit.
Nah, that's more of like it's just like a male group. A boy band is
Oh,
like,
that's like
nigga,
NSYNC?
it's like Maroon 5, nigga, NSYNC. That's a boy
NSYNC and,
band.
Backstreet Boys or
NSYNC,
some
there
shit.
you go.
NSYNC,
Backstreet Boys, NSYNC.
98 Degrees.
Backstreets.
That's a boy
All
band.
right.
They weren't a band. They were just a group of singers, nigga. Yeah, niggas wasn't playing
That's
instruments.
who said.
Yeah, the
he
term
didn't
boy
give a
band
fuck.
does not mean instruments that are played.
All right. Well, looks like he was boning his COs. Woohoo.
Shout out to him. Hey, that's a serious plug if
What
you're
a
in jail.
story.
Yeah,
fool.
you a real boy.
He had all the juice in that bitch.
Because I
Never
mean,
in
as
trouble.
the prisoner, you've done nothing wrong.
No, that's a crime still.
For real?
For you,
How?
that's
Is-
against the CO. That's not on you though.
Yeah, that shouldn't be no crime for you. How? For real?
Isn't it a charge to bone a CO?
I don't think so.
You can't be having sexual
No, you
relations with
can't
workers.
bribe
I
a
think-
CO. You can't like.
Bribing them with dick.
But
Yeah, but
if you got
fucking them, I
caught
don't-
having sex, I think that's on them. That's not
Yeah,
on you.
they get fired in charge. You just go back to your cell.
And they'll probably
might
say,
go to the
"Hey,
hole."
stop fucking the COs."
Yeah, you'll probably go to the hole or something.
My wife, when she was in prison, she told me that it's a charge for them to bone the COs.
Maybe because they're females.
Damn, that's sexist.
Damn, that's a weird double standard.
I
because
know.
I do see it for women as being like a way to manipulate the
Yep.
guards.
Easy.
But the idea that a female would be like manipulated for some dick is much less likely.
That's a fact. And he's in jail. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
let's look it up.
Maybe it is illegal.
Let's look it up. It probably is, bro.
Is
you
it
know, they make
illegal?
crimes out of everything, nigga.
Is it illegal to have sex in prison?
No, specifically with the COs, nigga. We're not talking about butt buddy
Can a
activities.
prisoner fuck a correctional officer?
Come here, little Yuri.
Pause. We was doing good. We was doing good, bro.
Oh, like
we
there's-
almost went 2 hours with no fucking pause. You see? This shit crazy. Without court here, we
Okay.
was almost good. But
So this is
nigga,
interesting.
Nah, New York. food,
Penal.
you say
All right, in
pause.
California, the statute
watch that
that
peanut.
prohibits detention facility staff and contractors from engaging in sexual activity with inmates, the offense can be charged as a misdemeanor or a felony and punishable up to 3 years in jail.
Wow.
But that's for the CO.
What about the freaking
That's what I'm saying.
prisoner?
I don't know if it's on the
the
prisoner.
prisoner just gets some
I don't
free
think
coochie.
it is, bro. It don't sound like a crime, but I could see
Wow.
where it's
I'm
a
also
crime
not
for
trying
females.
to pump this issue for it
No,
to
because
become a crime,
you
know
have
what
to
I'm
think
saying?
about like the position of power. Who's in power in that sexual intercourse? It's
Depends
like
who you're
CEO.
talking
the CEO
to.
every
Nah,
time.
Nah,
No,
depends,
it's the
depends.
CO.
Yeah, the CEO's in position.
Yeah, the
of
CO, because technically you didn't let yourself out this cell to dick her down.
Yeah.
She let you out this cell. She
Yeah.
put you out the handcuffs. So it's like, nah, you didn't really do shit. You was just
Or
you a
again,
victim. I'm a
she's
victim.
been she
The
took
CO
you
fucked
to an
me, I'm a
area
victim.
that
She-
you shouldn't have been at.
Yeah,
She
probably.
pulled me out the cell.
They took advantage of
She
you and
took
your
advantage of me.
vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
I am vulnerable. I'm in jail. I'm technically a slave of the state.
That's
She started singing
Definitely
Pretty Ricky,
ward of
Ricky,
the
Ricky.
Slave. Slave, nigga. Fuck a slave. They said that shit in the Constitution, nigga. You cannot be a slave unless
All right,
you are in jail.
here we go.
Why you say all right?
Hot
like that?
hot take by Yuri.
He
I
didn't
don't
want to
know.
hear that slave talk.
hot take. You're into the BBL suit.
No, I am sick and tired of this this pushing of beauty standards on fucking women, especially young women. There's
what the hell,
bro? This shit looks.
It's a plastic rubber suit.
This shit looks alien as fuck. And not only that,
That's
but bro,
weird,
this is
bro.
continuing.
There's a hole.
Bro,
That should be
To
illegal.
go to the bathroom.
That should be illegal. Do you know how weird we would be looked at if I walked around the club with a cucumber strapped around my thigh, nigga, and then when she get to the crib, nigga, I got a little wee wee?
Let's cut to the chase. Would you guys bone someone wearing their BBL suit?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
First of all, your dick can't even get in there. One, look how the hole is located.
I
That's
thought
gonna
you
be
got the
real
super
difficult.
swipe.
Bruh.
That's gonna be real difficult. That's probably gonna hurt. You're rubbing your dick against plastic at the top, nigga. No, that's you rubbing your dick against silicone at the top. Nah, that's just weird.
What
bro.
happened to be confident in yourself?
That's
it's like we have
crazy. The more I look at it,
completely
the
we have
crazier it
completely
is.
ditched those values of self-confidence, and this is why we have so much probably depression and shit going on nowadays. Is because women are pushing this shit onto younger women. They're posting these photos going oh my god, look, I just went to Cuba, got a BBL, went to whatever, got a BBL. It's like this whole pushing of this beauty standard is bro, I'm kind of sick of it. Where literally I'm sure there's so many girls who are 18, 19 years old thinking, I gotta get a BBL. Can't wait
They
till I get a
are.
BBL.
I know
no,
some bitches that's under
fuck
20
that beauty
with
standard.
BBLs.
All these women that are getting BBLs are gonna suffer for it once they're 50,
But
60.
wouldn't a suit like this prevent them from getting the surgery? And when they were smartened up,
No.
realized, wow, I'm so glad I didn't
no,
do
grow
this to
some
myself.
no, actually
But what about-
teach them some self-confidence.
And also, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw this, I thought this was
You liked
going to
it.
be targeted towards the drag community.
you know what's
and the
sexier
people
is
that dress up,
Probably is.
because this just looks like completely different
That's
body.
a very educated perspective, to be
form.
quite honest.
honestly, you know what's sexier is
Josh will bone
is
the
a
BBL suit.
is a girl
Would you
who's
bone the BBL suit person in their BBL suit? Don't
I ain't
lie.
gonna lie.
You
just
can
gotta-
see the vagina through it.
That's what I'm saying. Would you bone it? Yes.
I'm not. I just feel like you got to
I don't
think of the
hate-
type of
freaking
bitch.
cuz.
Bro, just imagine the type of
I'm
bitch
not-
that ordered this on Amazon
You
and
already
she's
agreed,
walking
fool.
around
Let it
with
go.
it.
Keep it going.
That's gonna be I think a bitch wearing that is mentally unstable for
Bro,
To
she
combat
she
this,
is.
though?
She has no
She's
she has
mentally
she has no
unstable, gang.
self-worth. She's incredibly insecure.
You don't gotta
I'd
be
rather
self-worth.
I'd
This
rather
isn't a woman who's considering a
I'd
BBL
rather-
in real life and thinking,
No, bro. It's like
is
grow
this the
some
body I want to walk
but-
around
grow
with? Is
some
this the attention I
self-confidence.
want to
On
walk
the-
around with?
On the flip side of this, though, what about all the celebrities that are now reducing their BBLs and getting breast reductions and shit because they're like, yo, maybe this shit's out of pocket.
because a lot of you know why, because rich people when a person has a lot of
me
money,
why.
they have nothing to stop them from doing stupid shit. That's why people who are rich, they get into these marriages that fail within 2 to 3 years. It's because when you're kind of don't have that
broke
free
people get into marriages that don't last 2 or 3 years.
that's true too, but also broke people don't have the financial freedom to be hey, we're getting married tomorrow. They
That's why
probably
they just go elope.
they actually have to spend some more time together.
That's why they just
that's
go
a county
elope.
wedding. Yeah, that's a county wedding. That's
My
like,
granny been married for 20 years and she didn't have no marriage. She just went to Vegas and disappeared and came back with her
Okay,
husband.
I'm sure
living from
I'm sure
experience out here,
I'm sure
my
the
boy.
statistics of rich people get their marriages probably fail a lot quicker than a poor
hey, do
person.
you
I
have a
don't
thing
think so.
against marriage?
Wait,
I don't
what?
think so.
Do you have a thing against marriage?
He
I
has a
don't have
thing
a thing
against
against marriage,
marriage,
no.
rich people,
No, I don't.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
he
is
hates a
agenda.
lot of shit.
This is
I have
agenda.
a thing against pushing this shit. I'm saying I would rather be with a ugly girl who has a high self-confidence than be with a super hot girl who has the lowest self-esteem ever,
If
who has to
Riley
wear a
wanted
fucking
it-
plastic bubble suit.
If Riley wanted to get some work done, would you let her?
No.
Damn, you're
not
And
your
it's not
decision,
even,
though.
and it's not even my decision.
like
It's,
it.
it's, it's her
though.
decision. But I've already told her that
If you do
that's
this,
not the
we
type
ain't
of girl
gonna
I'd
be
want to be
together.
with. I told her I was that's not the type
What
of
if
girl
she
I would
wanted
want
to get
with.
her lips done or some stupid shit like that?
I would say no. I'd be no, you shouldn't do that.
That's right.
Did she ever bring it up like she wanted to?
Yeah, she wants to do these slight little things, but I always tell her
I could
dude,
tell.
in life there's these things where you take the shortcut and you pay for it later in life, bruh. Every woman looks like a fucking
What shortcuts have you
weirdo.
taken in your
every
life,
every
Yuri?
woman looks
They
like
look
a
dumb as fuck
they
with
look
them
like a
duck
fucking
lips.
weirdo when they turn 50, bro.
They look crazy. They look
they're-
crazy right now.
They're desperately trying to cling on to their youth and they look like a fucking monster, bro. It's
What
like-
if they're old
What's
and they
the
just got
difference
their bread?
between wearing that and a wig?
I think that's next level.
that's okay. That's a
That's
good
valid. That's a
comparison.
valid one,
That's
but
yeah.
I think
This is
this
not
one
what
is-
you look like, but this is what you want to look like when you go out at this point in time.
That's a good comparison because
think-
okay, it's same thing for a guy. It's I could say grow some self confidence, just be bald, right? Look at Joe Rogan. He said he was balding. He just cut all of his hair off, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm bald now," right?
I like that.
It's hard to have that self confidence with some men. Some men they want to go to Turkey. They want to have that hair back to have that self confidence back. So. That is a good comparison there, but I feel
Look.
like that's a bit wild
But
because
the
the hair
difference is-
the hair is
Oh, yeah.
permanent. The bodysuit has to come off at some
And
point.
the difference is,
Wigs
bro.
But a wig come off. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
True.
think, look, the difference that, in my opinion, though, I think shit like this should be reserved for like people who went through accidents and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like,
I like
also a good use of this type
wigs
of
started
technology.
from like, you know, cancer patients, shit
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm saying? You trying to, you know what I'm saying? And maybe if you got a fucking, I don't know, got your ass cheek blew off from sitting on the mine or some shit, you go get some shit like that. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I think that's reasonable. But just going to the club, and I think it's different. Josh said, like, if you walking around with this to see if you want your body to look like that, but I think it's different if you putting that on, going to the club and trying to bring niggas home.
Yeah, that's all bad.
I think
but
that's
I think
different.
That's gonna be the
Unless
premise
you
for
have
sure.
some
That part.
giant body dysmorphia where this is really your best chance, or not dysmorphia, but like some type of like
Oh, okay.
like
No,
some
that's
type
what
of
I'm saying.
accident
If
or
you had an
handicap.
accident, that's different.
Right. This is
But
the
if
same
you
as like a
just
prosthetic
want ass
leg.
to go to the club on Friday, bitch,
Yeah.
you're kind of delusional.
She
But
tripping
that's
for
not
sure.
like some like thing to make your legs look normal. That's the thing to make your butt look outrageously
No,
huge.
the legs. It doesn't do nothing to the legs. It's just
No.
on your legs because it has to be like proportionate to your body. It
Yeah.
can't be slipping and wiggling all
I'm
weird.
just
and
saying
shit.
that like that's.
Hey, what about when she wiggled her BBL suit? That shit was crazy.
Let's go back
Have
to
you ever
like.
hit a bitch with a BBL?
My wife has a BBL.
For real?
Yeah.
Does it move?
We got a good BBL. It's not one of them weird ass. It's like a fat transfer as opposed to.
Now I feel
implant.
bad
I've
for
hit a
going
bitch
so
with a
crazy on the
BBL before.
BBLs.
I've hit a bitch with a BBL before, and I've hit a bitch with ass that's natural that was the same size, and natural is always better. in my opinion.
Way different.
Yeah, it's way different.
Way different.
It's different. Like BBL asses move
Did you get a-
together.
did-
Like it's solid. It moves as one.
Did your-
but like just regular asses, nigga, that shit
Did
just go
the
everywhere.
broad you smash have implants or was it like a fat transfer? Is it an old
it was a
BBL
fat
or a new
transfer.
BBL? Old BBLs are a little bit different.
That might be right. It was a couple years ago, maybe like
It might-
2019.
Oh,
it was
that
like
way
2019.
different. That's
And I think the
technological
bitch had hip
advances.
shots too.
Damn, that's just crazy.
It was. I didn't like it, bro. Like it was cool, and she was real skinny too. So like she had to gain weight, and then she got the little. I was
But
like,
my wife don't got that retarded BBL. She has like a proportionate to her body, maybe like restored her youth type vibes.
I feel that.
He's like, that's what I mean. I call
I'm
it
not
restoring.
against them. I'm not against them.
Now I
just
feel
like
bad for
natural
going so
asses.
hard against the BBLs, but also
Who
the
cares?
thing
You're
is like.
against body positivity.
No, I'm not against body positivity, and also it is easy
Like,
for
be
me as a
positive with your
man to
fucking body how
have
it
these
is,
harsh
bitch. It's not-
takes because women do have, at the end of the day, like a harsher beauty standard than men do. You know what I mean? So it's like it's more stressful for them than it is for us,
Let's
and
just
it's
talk-
easier for me to talk shit about it
And their
than
body
it,
goes
than it would be for
through
women.
quite a bit more. in
Yuri
terms
doesn't
of,
want to
like,
let
having
Riley
kids
do
and
anything,
shit.
so it's cool. I like how you run your
I
relationship.
feel that. I'm with all that. Bitch, my way or no way.
Yeah, no, it's not my way or no way. It's like I
Don't
told,
cap now.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that
capping
part.
now.
Too late to backtrack.
It's like we literally had these conversations, and I told her I was like,
We
I was
got
like,
'em, y'all. We
that's
got
not
'em.
the type of person I
Russian
want to be
men are
with.
historically very strong and put their foot down. It's okay, Yuri. Live your stereotype.
I was like, if this is the type of lifestyle you want to live, then maybe we're not meant for each
That's
other.
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's
so-
right. Real
Very
nigga.
passive
A
aggressive. I
real
like it.
boy. Hey, no cap. Sometimes you
Hey,
gotta let
don't
them know.
look at me like
Look,
that. I am not her fool.
look,
Relax.
this one you hit her with the look. You could do what you want to do. You
That
just
fool
not gonna be doing
glared
that
at me
shit with me.
crazy.
Exactly.
That's what I say. You could do what you want to do. You just ain't gonna be doing that shit with me.
Hey, Yuri
Yeah.
secretly with the shits. The way he just glared at me, this fool has no fear.
Oh my
That's right.
god, bro.
You and Almighty are the same.
That's right.
Did you see when I referenced you on Reconnected?
I didn't see it.
Someone was asking me like what I would do if I was
We
like
don't talk
in
about
a
the
public
spin-offs here.
location and a girl was attacking me, right?
She
and
shows you
and they were
deserve
like,
it for
and like,
being
what
there.
would you do if Riley wasn't there to attack her back, like to defend you? And I was like, if she's physically punching me as
Turn
hard as she
into
can,
Almighty.
I was like, I'm on my almighty shit.
Yeah, slap the dog shit out of her.
I'm gonna protect
So
myself.
a girl
Damn
took off
Skippy.
on you?
No, it was like hypothetical, but it's like
You
if
guys
a girl
talk
was
about
like
bitches taking off on
dude,
you
if
hypothetically
if
over
a
there?
girl was punching you as harsh, your
beating
life
that
is
bitch
your
up.
life is potentially in danger, bro. Like one hard punch to the dome, like you're gonna
beating that bitch
you're
up.
gonna fall
I'm not.
unconscious.
You can definitely defend yourself without having to necessarily beat the shit out of her.
You wanna-
You don't gotta.
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
When
Can I
I
tell
say
you a
beat
fun
that
story?
bitch ass, I don't mean
No, I
stomp
know.
her out. I'm gonna give you
Exactly.
one cold one. Just
I have a very
I wasn't saying
personal
that either.
experience with this.
I was saying I think that you could like
Subdue
probably
her.
block, withhold,
I
restrain
ran.
her.
I ran from the situation because I didn't want to
Running
take
is
off.
also a good idea.
Yeah.
because
I'm not
avoiding
finna
That's
end up
option
on
one.
LA.
That's
I
option
will never
one.
end up on hood media, LA hood media, running down the street from a bitch.
I was 14
Ain't no
years
fucking
old.
way. I'm just saying.
How old was she?
I'm not doing that.
No,
She
you
was
would- you-
17
I'ma
years
sock
old.
that bitch.
The
I'm
lesbian
not
lady
running.
was a little older.
If you explain like, hey guys, I was running from her because she was attacking me.
Nobody give a fuck.
Really?
Because I was 14, I macked the
Nobody
girl's
cares. They
bitch,
hate
and then
me,
they
Josh
found out
know.
that I macked the girl's bitch, and they tried to set me up at the park.
If y'all
So
posted a clip of me
they tried
running
to
from a
jump me.
bitch and I explained that I wasn't trying to hit her, Josh, are they gonna slaughter me?
Suspects behind the 8 ball no matter what he does.
That part. No matter
yeah.
what I do.
If he stays, he's fucked. If he leaves, he's fucked.
Yeah.
That part. If I stay, I'm fucked. If I
It's
leave,
a
I'm fucked. So
fucked
just do what
situation.
you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do
He's
what I
already
want.
caught on film and he's already like fucked at that point.
That part, I'm
Oh,
already caught
God.
on film. So you gotta just, hey, I'm not running.
Yeah.
No, sir.
And those-
That nigga just hauling ass from a bitch
And
on
those,
Instagram. Are you
I wasn't
crazy?
running fucking full fucking Terminator T2
I was
style.
thinking more like you just put your hand in
I was
front of her
backing
and
up from her,
stop
like,
her.
yo, chill.
from-
That's
And those,
different.
chill.
You said ran. I'm like, oh, you ran? you said you ran.
I
In those
valid.
in those Blueface videos, he's not hitting Krishan back, like the one on Hollywood Boulevard and shit. He's always just like trying to stop her.
Shit, nigga, I seen him knee that bitch before.
Relax,
Really?
relax.
Hell yeah.
Don't th-
Oh
I
my
seen him knee the
god.
bitch. I just seen it this morning. It was an old take, but I seen him knee that bitch. I'm like, oh, he's.
Oh,
But she did hit him first though.
never mind.
She did hit him first, but he needed that bitch. It was crazy.
Could you guys ever be friends again?
I don't have no problem with him. He has the problem with me because I wrote his raps and he's mad that he's mad that I'm telling the world.
Wow.
I don't have no problem with him, bro.
I
I promise. He never did nothing to me or nobody.
That
you
fool said,
know?
I promise.
So like, it's not real beef. I only beef with niggas who did shit to me.
Whenever you say I promise, you mean that shit.
Yeah, it's like
Only because I've seen you in different situations say that shit. I promise.
You know what's funny? I was kind of looking forward to talking about this next news right here because it's so ridiculous and such a funny South Park episode to be written. But are we out of time here?
No, we can talk about it.
We're never out of time here. when
This is
we're with Yuri.
ridiculous, guys. You know, speaking of shit that's, you know, just insane in this world, apparently there's a sorority where, you know, a sorority is usually all women. Only women are allowed to be in there. There was a guy who identified as a woman, even though he, you know, still had all the male parts, and he was a part of the sorority, and the sorority came out with a lawsuit against, wait, let me just read this. A group of female students is suing the University of Wyoming, as they should, after it accepted a transgender woman into their sorority.
agree.
So, 7 sorority sisters from Kappa Kappa Gamma House claimed that they were uncomfortable by the new admittee on several occasions. The women who will not be named in the suit, no, they should name her, have sued the university as well as the new Artemis Langford, 21, who joined the chapter in September 2022. The lawsuit alleges the woman felt uneasy by Langford, referring to the undermale. What is that?
It's a pseudonym.
Sorry, Terry Smith's in the suit after she allegedly stared at them without talking for hours. One sorority member walked around the hall taking a shower wearing only a towel. She felt unsettling presence, turned and saw Mr. Smith watching her silently, and the lawsuit
That's
alleges.
not cool.
Bro, regardless,
That's
Yeah,
not cool.
trainees, bro.
regardless if that, you know, transgender, bro,
Nah.
come
And that
on,
bitch
man.
look unhinged.
Hell no. If my daughter
That's
was
a
in that
grown-ass man.
if my daughter was in that sorority, I would feel uncomfortable for her to be with this fucking dude. Hell no.
And I would
This is a
agree.
guy.
I agree with everything you guys are saying, but this is where I have a question.
What?
Sororities, fraternities, from what I understand,
Sister and brotherhoods.
are clubs that have initiations that you have to get selected for and approved for to join.
Oh,
This
so why
wasn't-
even approve it?
No, guess why?
So this was not. So to me, this is not a scenario where this person came there and they had to accept her.
no,
What
no,
if
no,
they
no,
did it
don't.
out of fear of being persecuted?
Exactly. That's literally what's happening
But
nowadays.
a
God,
sorority by nature is allowed to select who they want.
No,
who they
Josh,
don't
This is
want.
like a whole different culture right
Josh,
now.
that's,
fool.
that's not a defense because literally just recently a Christian basketball team, a Christian
Look at
females
Josh.
basketball team had to
Put the
compete against
camera angle
another
on you,
basketball
fool.
team that was full of transgenders. They said no, and they're getting fucking slaughtered online because they don't want to play against dudes when they're in a female basketball league. That's bullshit. And I'm sure these same girls are having the same shit where they're like, oh, a transgender wants to join our sorority. If we say no, everyone's going to call us a transphobe, homophobe. We're going to get kicked out of the school. We're going to lose our fucking, our
whatever
money,
they
all this
got.
shit. It's like they're scared of being canceled by this like stupid online culture. This transgender dude has no
You can't be-
reason in being in that house
You
at
can't
all.
be in the sorority house with a hard on for your sisters, G.
No,
Bro.
you can't. Which should have been. They should have been able to deduce that before letting them into the sorority.
But you gotta realize,
No,
though,
they were scared of
look,
being
look,
canceled,
look,
dude.
You gotta
I think
realize,
so,
though,
too.
look,
Facts.
everybody in the sorority aren't making decisions. This random girl probably made no fucking decision. That's why she went and tried to sue her. I'm sure it's 3 or 4 people that's making decisions. They're not doing majority votes. We don't give a fuck about you new ass bitch. You don't get no votes. The motherfuckers who already been here, which is probably 3 or 4 people who are scared to get their whole sorority shut down.
Exactly.
Because they denied the tranny. But your regular person who is inside the shit probably had no say so and probably felt real uncomfortable when she made her initiation through.
Unless the school themselves said you have to let this
They're
person
not going
in,
to say
the
it like
school
that,
shouldn't
bro.
be sued.
They're not going to say it like
The
that.
verbiage
but
might be way different.
If the
Exactly.
school does
They're not
have a
verbatim gonna
policy
say you
about
have
them
to.
having to include them, then the school's not at fault.
Bro, support these fucking young girls over here, bro. Shout out to them.
I support
they have
them.
Done, they
in
have done
being
nothing
some
wrong.
Weird cliquey
this guy,
sorority, and
this
they should
fucking
have
creepy
utilized
dude.
that power
This
to decide who they want in their sorority,
Bro,
which is
no.
what the history of sororities are.
No, this creepy
crazy thing. This is
creepy
not
ass
a
dude
public
completely
restroom
ruined
club.
their
This
college
This is not
experience.
a public restroom.
Bro,
said these
this,
weird cliquey
This
kids.
creepy dude completely ruined their college experience because he put them in a weird ass. He put
Did you
them
get picked
between
on
a
in
rock and a
college,
hard
fool?
place,
No.
bro. He put them in a position where they're gonna
What
fail
sorority
regardless.
did you
bro.
wrong, Joshy?
I didn't wrong any sorority, but a sorority is a choice to be in.
No, absolutely. It's like joining the
You
hood.
don't have to. You're not being forced into any of this shit.
I'm
It's
just
not like
saying,
being
though,
in the
just
hood.
because
These
3
are a
or
bunch
4
of rich
people
kids
made the
who-
decision to let her in, don't mean everybody in that
She
sorority
does
was
not.
with it.
That person does not fit in with that.
He has
They
no
should have
reason
left
to
the
be there.
sorority.
That person
This is
didn't
a
even wear an
private
orange
club.
shirt for
Get
the
this-
white shirt picture.
Get
G.
this dude out of this sorority, bro.
That's a fact.
This dude
Get
out
this
of the
grown
sorority.
ass
That's
man.
on the sorority to do that, not the school.
Unfortunately, these girls are put in a position where they're literally going to be fucking ostracized by their whole college
Or
campus
they're looking to get
if they
a
made that
bag out of a
decision.
scenario.
They're gonna get a bag now.
She probably already got a bag.
They need to GoFundMe, bro.
She's in a sorority at the
Support
University of Wyoming.
Why do they need to go fund me? They're suing.
to help them
For
with
their legal
yeah,
fees.
bro. They
When you're suing, that's usually the lawyers
Honestly,
usually
no.
take that
I
shit
know.
on as a
they're-
percentage.
like I said, their whole college experience is ruined because of this fucking creepo guy.
Their whole college experience is ruined because they let it be ruined because they decided to be in the
Oh my
this
God.
sorority. They
You're
could have
gonna-
gone and joined another
You're gonna
sorority.
defend this horny dude trying to sneak into a girl's
don't think
sorority?
that he should have been in there.
That's just crazy,
Bro.
And I
Bro.
also don't blame him for trying
Act
because
some
I'm pretty
Splinter
sure like
Cell
that's
shit,
the like. There's a movie called Sorority Boys. and
I was
that's
gonna say, Josh, this
more
is a
or
classic
less
shtick.
like a comedy routine.
Also, this isn't even an original idea.
No,
Come on.
this is a classic shtick that you've seen like since the early 2000s, since the early 90s. You've seen like this joke of guy pretends to be a
EDMS.
girl so he can hang out with girls because he wants to get closer with the guy who joins a cheerleading squad because he wants to talk to girls. All that shit. It's like it's a bit known thing that
That shit's
guys
still freaky.
want to get
Just
pussy
look at
and
the
they'll put
picture.
themselves around other girls, right? This guy did no different. Can you see this guy getting any girls on the street? Absolutely not. This is his only way to
Didn't
communicate with
even want to
females.
wear the white shirt, Josh. Look at the damn sorority picture. Come on.
I mean, they probably didn't tell him.
They told them that he's
No.
there.
See, that's how you know that leadership want him
We're
here,
out of pocket
and
for
your
calling him
average
a he.
person there don't want him there because they didn't tell him. The regular bitches didn't tell him put the shirt on.
I know
You
that's
feel me?
true.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure 4 or
That's
3
funny.
people made the
Ostracized.
decision to let her join, and the rest of them felt uneasy about it. And they probably didn't want to leave because some people, and then like I don't like how Josh just said, "Well, just leave." Some people be in sororities for like 3-4 generations, and
Their
your
moms
parents-
were in that
your
same
parents
sorority.
tell you you're gonna be
Exactly.
in this one.
Was his mom in this sorority?
No, that's
But
how that shit be.
again, if their mom finds out that their sorority is being forced to do this, they're going to tell them to get the
They're
fuck
not-
out too. If
they're
that's
not
what they
being-
believe, and
Josh,
they were
th-
uncomfortable.
They're not being forced by any law or rule that the school applies.
being
They're being
forced
forced
by
by the
society.
climate.
These
how they gonna get treated.
They're being forced by the
This
current
is
climate
a
of the
private
world,
club
bro.
where you are allowed to say no to people.
College campuses are like 90% fucking liberal Democrats who will
They
not.
didn't even say
if
no
you
to the swimmer that was a person that was not from that
Bruh.
whatever.
They're
you know-
not saying
you know what
no
the fuck
because
I
they
mean.
already know that shit gonna be on ABC News, nigga. The
Facts.
next day. They're not about to do that.
Still on the news,
And made it to No Jumper News. Come on.
but it's still like we're still in the same place.
I'm with them little white bitches. Get
Facts.
that nigga out of
Me
there.
too. Yeah, get this dude out of there.
Look
I
at
hope
that
she
fool.
get all the money she asked for.
I say do your job in the first place, and we don't get to the here.
No, hell, I say change the current climate and
Man,
and-
regular niggas in gangs don't make big gang choices. They don't make gang choices. They just soldiers, and they just gotta go with whatever happens. It's people overhead that make these decisions in the gang. These are just regular soldiers.
Dude, honestly, it's hard, but nowadays you really just have to be like, hey guys, sorry, but I feel uncomfortable as a girl to have a dude in this sorority. I know she identifies as a female. You guys want to say
Dude looks
no.
like a
They have a
lady.
penis. I have a vagina.
And
that's
if
not
you
gonna
were
happen.
not able to have that conversation and have these like realizations, then your organization
They were
is
probably
at
having
fault.
those conversations quietly behind doors and knowing that, hey, if we say this,
But
the
this
whole
is a
college campus is going to
private
look at us as
group.
transphobes.
There's a private group that could have
Oh
figured
my
this
God,
out, and
okay.
they actually had that initiative. You're blaming them for.
You're the reason why
allowing
they're stuck in that.
I'm not the
place.
reason for any of this.
Your mentality.
No, I'm not the reason for any of this.
Your philosophy here.
Fuck, that nigga
Hey,
said
you're a
you're the
wild
reason
guy.
that
I'm
they
not the
are
reason
in this
for any
position.
of this. What I'm saying is, if this private club has an issue with one of their members, they should do what they're allowed to do
Yo,
and
it's
not let
fucking
these
lit.
people in. That's
Jo-
what private clubs are set up for.
Josh, if you were in their shoes, if you're currently in college right now and you were in
I
their
would
shoes,
I
you
wouldn't
would
have been in a
said no?
frat then, and I wouldn't be in a frat now.
Oh my god.
You didn't join a
no.
fraternity?
No.
That's right.
Hypothetically, you're in a fraternity and some girl who's a dude. Okay, that's
Let me
a
rephrase.
weird.
Did
they
you
probably
ever
want that
apply to a
happen.
fraternity?
Never.
Perfect. That's what I really want to know.
I didn't give a fuck about that.
You went to go
You
get
can
smart?
you go to school, but you can make your own friend group. Like this, fraternity sororities are these built-in friend groups and
Yeah.
networks for people who don't necessarily have the confidence or found the ability to make friends on their own.
Or some
private
people grew up in their
clubs-
house with their parents and
Yeah.
said, you're going to be Kappa Gamma. And if not, I'm not
Private
funding this college
clubs
shit.
should be allowed to make private
Seen it.
decisions.
That's
Facts.
crazy.
These are not public institutions. They are private clubs. This isn't the
Well-
school saying a transgender can't come here. There's a private club that said,
Okay,
I ain't gonna
all
lie.
right, I guess we
I'm
have
not
to let
gonna
you
lie.
in. You don't have to let them in.
All right, Josh,
If I
that's-
was a third generation Kappa person, I said, Mom, I'm not leaving. Get this dyke up out my shit.
Exactly.
I'm not
If you had an issue,
fuck you
put
talking
your
about?
issue down now when it mattered. Like,
Okay,
saying.
but Josh, can you not
But
agree
what if
that?
you put that issue down and them higher ups still let it go
then
down?
we would have already heard about it.
Oh, Josh, Josh,
that
can you
don't
not
mean- that
agree
don't
that in
mean
the
that.
current climate, had
It
they
just
made that
didn't get big
decision,
enough yet.
they
I
would
don't
have
agree.
they would have got
No,
some
but they
shit
would
for
have
it.
gone public with it, and we would have heard about it.
I'm sure just because you think they would have gone play with it, maybe they had discrepancies within themselves, and she finally just got fed up and was like, all right, we taking it there.
Fuck this.
Maybe they tried to handle it in-house first and it didn't work, and then it comes out. You can't just say, yeah, this would have been came out if somebody was mad. Maybe they tried to handle it in-house first, didn't happen, so now I gotta go to the news to get this bitch up out of here. I would do that too.
Imagine wearing tights and having a boner.
Fool, imagine
That's crazy.
fucking claiming
This
to
guy.
be
This guy.
I don't even want to get
You're just
canceled.
disregarding
whatever.
all the dudes that have ever done ballet that they probably have never gotten a boner.
True, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta chill sometimes, Yuri.
Um,
All right, that was long. I'm ready to go.
yeah. Shout out to everyone that's watched
I
this.
don't give a fuck about this gay ass nigga if in this shit. On some real shit, bro. I don't care. It don't concern me.
Oh shit.
We'll be back tomorrow. Another episode of No Jumper News.